That was really good. Wow.
Yeah.
We are in 2018, and I am freezing.
Not only that, but we got through New Year's Day no issue. Day 2 of January 2018, Adpocalypse 3.0 looks to be looming over the horizon because of Logan Paul. Day 3 of 2018, and we have 2 world leaders having button measuring contests to see who can blow the other one up first. We're off to a great start!
Yeah, and this is all America's fault. Of course it is.
Yeah, and I should say I have to remain advertiser friendly, so I have to say button measuring, not the actual thing that they're doing with buttons.
Ducks. We're talking about ducks. The animals. You know what I mean.
Of course.
I don't care. And
I miss
New Year's a great way, and New Year's a great time to look back on the crazy stuff that happened in 2017.
Yep, the good, the bad, the what the hell did I just watch?
Are you talking about what the hell happened in the Game Awards?
Oh, the amount of salt that came out of that one.
Oh, I watched that live. What are we going to start with first, though?
Let's start off with the look back at content. Because that's probably the best way to start. So, for those who don't know and don't check the description, annoyingly, we're not primarily a YouTube channel, yet. We do written reviews on a blog called Mediaholics. That is where the majority of our content goes. If you want to know where we go for long stretches of time between recordings, that's where.
Oh, and me mainly is dying.
That's it.
I'm trying. Yeah, I want to try to at least do something every month now, because my year of dying is done, even though I'm still kind of dying.
We're all dying of everything. Every one of us is just on a march towards the grave.
Oh my god, that's just horrible.
Anyway, moving on.
I mean, the reason why we haven't been doing much YouTube stuff is to even survive on YouTube is to be a Let's Play channel. We might have a solution to that, although I'm not sure.
We'll get back to that later.
Yeah.
Let's go through the rundown of content. January last year was actually a pretty slow month for us because I took a little bit of a break to work on a project that would eventually get cancelled.
Wait, which project?
The Mediaholics playlist.
Oh, yeah.
But we still did stuff like the podcast from last time, the original Sun and Moon review, or video review, and I did a Fire Emblem Direct Impressions because we had nothing else to do.
And you did, like, Sonic stuff, too.
No, not January last year.
Wait, when was that?
The Sonic Mania and the Sonic Mania review was, like, September.
I mean, it's still last year, so I'm not completely wrong.
Yeah, you're not completely wrong, but 1 month at a time. But yeah, January was a pretty slow month for us, aside from the Sun and Moon review, which, now that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's out, how do you find original Sun and Moon?
I'd still stand to my, opinion that story was better, but the gameplay is better in Ultra Sun and Moon.
The gameplay is a lot faster in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because, oh boy, Melee Island in Sun and Moon was a drag.
Yeah, I still think some of the changes are good, but a lot of the changes, especially in the story, were just kind of not too good.
Like we said in the review, I'm pretty sure we said in the review at least, Sun and Moon, the story is about Lily, Gladion, and Lusamine. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, the story is about the player, with all that extra baggage stuff happening behind the scenes.
It's mainly, Ultra Sun and Moon is mainly about you taking down a god or something like that.
Because we haven't had that story before. Gen 2, sort of 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oddly enough, Gen 2 wasn't really much about... you summon a legendary. That was the first game you summon a legendary, yeah, but that was mainly about Silver.
Yeah. So Gen 2 is debatable. So, at least.
Yeah, Gen 2 was about Silver and about, like, how Team Rocket's failed. Gen 3 is about, Magma or, what was it? Magma or Aqua, depending on the story. Gen 4 was about a man who wanted to destroy the universe.
Because he...
and so on.
Because he hated Spirit. Or something.
Yeah. Something like that. He's weird.
Yeah, he doesn't get much better in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon either.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he literally tried to slap a child.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, wait, that was Getsus. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don't hurt Lily.
You must not hurt Cinnamon Roll.
I know. Ooh, you know what? Hold on, I got it. You know what did come out though?
What?
In 2017.
What did?
No, not this. The Switch did.
Oh yeah, because that... We may as well go into that because that was February as well, though. The Nintendo Switch doing what the Wii U took 6 years to do, and it only took 10 months.
I know, and there's still so much more. From when we were recording this, the Direct isn't even out in January yet.
We don't know if there's even a Direct in January. There's been no confirmation. There have been reports about it coming out on the 11th, but that's not confirmed.
Sorry.
Good.
I really hope it does. Because, I mean, the Switch itself has been so good. Even with, it has two games on it that were nominated Game of the Year.
And one of them won Game of the Year.
Exactly! The Switch is such a good system.
It'll be hard to see what they pull off for next year, well, this year, sorry, because they've already rolled out Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild in year 1, not to mention Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Splatoon 2, and things like that. How do you top this? Oh wait, of course I know, it's Super Smash Bros.
A lot of people are saying that Smash Brothers is going to be on because a Smash clone actually is on the Switch somehow. I'm not even sure how. I'm talking about Rivals of Ether.
Well, they still do put out more indie stuff onto the eShop, so I'm not surprised that the Smash Bros. Clone made it onto there. Plus, we need more competitors to Smash other than Sony Smash Bros., which has not left the Vita.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Vita. Actually, you know how people saying the Vita has been a dead system?
I wouldn't call it dead, but I would call it on slowly decaying life support.
I mean, if that light support is Atlas games, then there you go.
Well, look at what happened at E3. I can only name one time the Vita was mentioned, and that was an offhand comment during the Undertale trailer. Where it was, Undertale coming for the PS4! Oh yeah, and it's also coming out for the Vita.
Yeah. Do you think the PS4 is still gonna, do you think PlayStation this year is gonna release a new console, or is it still gonna be on the PS4?
I don't think we're ready for a PlayStation 5 yet, especially because the PS4 Pro only came out 2 years ago.
That's true. I mean, in terms of new consoles, it's probably not going to be a lot this year.
No, because we've got the PS4 Pro, we've got the Switch, we've got the Xbox One Xbox.
I hate that name so much. They have an Xbox One X, and they have an Xbox One S, which is apparently just an Xbox One, not a One X, and it confuses me every time I have to help someone, and I just hate it.
This is why I prefer to call it either the Xbox One Xbox or the Xbox Scorpio.
Scorpio is so much better than Xbox One X.
Clearly the marketing team over at Xbox is not very smart. Coming 2021, the Xbox Y. As in, why are you bothering to buy this thing? We've got no first-party titles.
Xbox Y is actually a really good title, because, oh my god, what if they release another Xbox, and it's just Xbox One Xbox X?
Oh god, not again.
It's a worse title than the Wii U. When the Wii U came out, everyone thought the Wii U was not a new system and just like an add-on to the Wii. The Xbox One X is worse than that.
Over at Nintendo, when they were designing the Wii U, quick, what are we going to call this system? Let's do what we did for the Wii. Use the Pikmin approach. Throw all of our developers at the wall. No.
We use no. Wii U. There we go. That's our system name. Write it down.
No, you're forgetting the obvious. You're forgetting the obvious joke for that one. And
What?
I hear a sound over there. Wii U, Wii U,
Wii
Wii U. Ingenious.
I felt so bad for the Wii U because it had the Wii U was like a Switch, but not realized.
Yeah, that's the big thing about it. And there were a lot of really great games on the Wii U, like Super Mario 3D World, Hyrule Warriors, until the 3DS version came out. Yes, I said that. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which I want to have a Switch port of that, because that was a really good game that I really want to put more time into, but the Wii U at my house is currently being used as a Netflix machine.
I mean, I only had like 3 games on the Wii U, and one of which I traded over because I already had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The games were Mario Kart 8, Monster Hunter 3, and Pokken, and those were all the games I had.
I had a fair bit more. I've still got a fair bit more. I haven't traded any of them in. So...
The only one I traded in was Mario Kart 8 because I knew I wasn't going to play that anymore.
Especially when Deluxe came out.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Didn't you also have Super Mario Maker?
Oh yeah, I did have Mario Maker. I forgot about that.
That's another thing that they should really bring over to the Switch, because in Mario Maker 2, with things like slopes, the handheld Mario games, is other content and skins, things like that. Hell,
Yeah, but
make one the skin Super Mario 2 USA.
or like all the skins you could get in Odyssey.
Oh, that too. Oh no.
Yeah.
Super Mario Maker 2. The exact same thing, but we add the most important power-up of all time. The poison mushroom.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it behaves exactly like it does in Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World. In fact, even worse, because not only can it chase you on the ground, it can jump too.
Yeah, I would love to see a Mario Maker Switch. That has so much potential.
It does. Would you like to see other games with the Super Something Maker?
What do you mean?
Like a Legend of Zelda Maker, that you can make old school Zelda dungeons. Pokemon Maker.
You mean ROM hacks?
Oh yeah. Oh no, we can't talk about ROM hacks because they get taken down.
Oh, cease and desist this entire podcast.
Oh god damn it. We can't even monetize because of Adpocalypse. At least let us have the video.
I mean, speaking of Switches and Pokemon, that's confirmed for development.
I don't think that's making 2018, but some of the rumors that have been coming out from it I think are rather interesting. Like it being set in, I want to say Spain or Italy, as sort of like a Renaissance sort of thing, but a difference between tradition and innovation.
I mean, that's true, but they already had Kalos with the whole European thing. I was honestly thinking this game would actually go to Africa.
The thing with Europe, though, is that while Europe is the continent, all the different countries in the continent are actually different things. Like, the architecture between the UK and France is completely different, and the world design between France and Italy is another thing entirely. Like, there's enough wiggle room in there that you can do something completely different. It would be like having a universe based on New York and then something representing California. Like, there's enough difference there that you can do 2 different regions out of it.
That's true. I mean, I honestly think Kalos would have been cooler if they had added more, like, I mean, they have castles, yes, but what if we went all, like, full out medieval, you know?
That would be interesting, especially because of that whole war 3,000 years ago that created the ultimate weapon.
Which blew up in, like, a minute.
Lysander, truly, you are a man of ingenious design.
Maybe this Pokemon game won't feel like another. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Gen 5, Gen 6. Yeah, don't make it another Gen 6.
Gen 6, I think, is still the worst of the generations so far. I was willing to give it a slide because it was the big jump to 3D. Things might get lost along the way in order to facilitate the 3D change because of all the new stuff has to get made. I was fine with it. But if they go back to Gen 6 again, or the Switch in terms of things like difficulty, no, not good enough. You've already got the models. You do not need to make this any easier than Generation 6.
Just handhold you throughout the whole game. Oh wait, no, that's Gen 7. I'm sorry.
Gen 7, that's every Pokemon game, pretty much.
They didn't handhold you throughout the whole game. The only thing I didn't really like about Gen 7 is you look down the map, it shows you a flag of where you need to go to progress.
Yeah, and the fact that I would even settle as a way of skipping the damn Pokemon capture tutorial as a way of improvement. Like, there are so many Pokemon fans now that could probably recite the source code of that cutscene to Game Freak. They know that tutorial off by heart. You can give us an option to skip it now. That system has not changed in over 20 years.
I mean, not in Gen 1, but in Gen 2 you can skip it.
No, you can skip it in Gen 1 as well. In the original Red and Blue, you can skip it.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could skip everything if you cheat hard enough, but you know what I mean.
Well, it's not even cheating hard enough. He'll ask you, "Hi, do you want to learn how to capture a Pokemon?" No. Okay, goodbye.
Nope. Oh, God.
And then Missing No was created.
I originally thought, like, the stupid roadblocks were invented in Gen 5, none in which I was wrong. They were invented Gen 4 with a stupid Psyducks.
Oh no, Gen 5 star's the worst one. And we're dancing for no reason. To halt your progression.
Yeah, I hate that so much.
That was so annoying. It's like, move!
No, it's just like every time it's like you try to do something. It's like, oh, we're doing work here. You gotta face the gym first. If it wasn't so obvious enough.
At least the work one I can live with, but we're dancing on the streets for no reason just to block your path to the next area of the region. It's like, actually, I think I just made that rhyme by mistake.
Was that a rhyme? I think you just used reason twice.
Oh yeah, I probably did. No, I said reason and region.
Oh, region. Okay. Oh my God. Let's try not to talk about Pokemon the whole time.
Yeah, especially because we dedicated all of 2016 to Pokemon.
That's true. 20th birthday was amazing. The one thing I like to say about Pokemon is that they do care for it, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Though, if we're going to move away from Pokemon, let's talk about the obvious thing then. Digimon, because that was something I reviewed in February. Cyber Sleuth, which... It's a really good... I still think it's a really good PS Vita game, but... oh god, the localization.
What happened? I really want to get into Cyber Sleuth. I just haven't had the opportunity to.
I played as the female character, Amy, I think is her name, for Cyber Sleuth, because I like her design a lot more. And one of the things that they forgot to do was localize the gender differences. So there would be times when people would refer to Amy as a he or a him for no reason. There's an entire side quest of a guy trying to sell a virtual sex doll, I think, to the protagonist, and the design is of the other female character who's a hacker, by the way. Cheetah.
Oh my god.
So, accidental lesbianism?
I guess I could imagine like the pro tech of Cyber Sleuth being like, It's like, this is who I am. These are my pronouns.
I even called the title of the review. She had her body digitized. She didn't have a sex change.
Oh my god.
Along with the hashtag blame karate. Yes, I am still trying to make that trend, even after doing the Digimon Data Squad review back in 2015.
I was actually talking to my friend about, she was talking about Digimon, because she loves Digimon. And she was like, yeah, I find the girl, the design of the girl is really weird, and I asked her why. And she's like, yeah, there's just a little bit of an anatomy issue.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to deny that one.
Just a tiny bit of an anatomy issue. I'm looking at it right now. It's something, all right.
Oh, Japan.
Is this what happens when you have guys trying to figure out the female anatomy?
No, you get things like a parasitic digital monster using a teenage girl as a weapon.
Excuse me.
I think I showed that to you. I'm hoping I linked it in the review, because if not, I know it's definitely in one of the Mediaholic playlist videos.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. Yeah.
That
you
thing.
told me about that. Oh my god.
It's definitely something else, but it's still a good game. It's got some balance issues, like the way to get from Ultimate to Mega is really annoying, and shut up, birds.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still really entertaining. Also, there's Karate 2.0.
In what way?
Do you remember Digimon Data Squad?
No.
In Digimon Data Squad, there was a scientist villain who was basically the result of every single thing wrong in the story. Every single bad thing that happened to any of the characters, you could relate back to him. Which is why I started the hashtag blame Karada. And this guy that I linked you in the video to is Karada 2.0.
Oh my god. I see.
Everything wrong in the story of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth is basically the fault of this guy.
Right.
So, yeah, thanks, arsehole.
Wait, you mean everything wrong as a game, or everything in that was a conflict?
Yeah, everything that was a conflict in the story.
Oh, okay. Well, you gotta have some evil man.
But I mean, everything wrong with that could be traced back to him.
Yeah.
Including in terms of Data Squad, the Digimon King trying to destroy the human world. Because of what the scientist did 20-something years ago.
Oh my god. I really want to get into that game, it's just I can't get my hands on said game.
For it, you need either a Vita or a PS4.
I mean, I have a PS4.
Then buy the game, it's on the PS4 eShop.
eShop, that's Nintendo. Right now I'm
digital
saving my money.
storefront then, okay?
Digital store to get digital mons. Well, right now I pre-ordered another game about mons. Okay.
Double Cross hasn't been announced yet.
But Monster Hunter 5 has.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they released so much about that game. I'm so excited. You have no idea.
That Mega Man feline costume just looks weird.
Oh my god, they had another Mega Man feline costume previously and it looked alright. Here, let me see if I can find it. Mega Man feline. Sorry. I mean, here was a Mega Man costume in 4, which is cute and respectable. It just looks a bit more cartoony, and it has that thing he's holding is a hammer that looks like Rush.
Now you see, that looks good, but trying to go for the 8-bit sprite in a 3D space,
anything with the feline Anything with feline animation is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cute. I mean, I guess it's cute. Oh, apparently, if you have this attached to your feline, I think all the music for when you encounter a monster is 8-bit.
Yeah, I think as well for the Monster Hunter 5 one, it all swaps to Mega Man music. As
Yeah,
well
it
to
doesn't
boot,
work
so-
for it doesn't work for the Monster Hunter 4 or previous. I think it's just for 5.
Well, one way to find out. And I will leave that
Okay.
review to you, because I have not played Monster Hunter.
Well, I actually have a review on the back burner of Monster Hunter Stories because I've been meaning to cover that. I kind of want to cover the game and the anime, even though it's still ongoing. But pretty much the main story is complete, so I can talk about the main story.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah. Among other things, I played Odyssey.
Let's get back to Odyssey, because we've got a lot to talk about with that one, probably. Especially
Yeah.
because
Did
that
you-
one was... I have reviewed that one, but now that you've played it, we can turn it into a video review of sorts, or as something like a follow-up.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to talk about, though, is the Mediaholics playlist, because as I said earlier, it is cancelled now. But we might as well go into a little bit of what was happening behind the scenes with that one, like how we chose the songs, why we decided to cancel it, things like that.
The thing is with the playlist, we just found like a bunch of music, compiled it to a list, and kept like randomly deciding on things as we're like, we're quickly like making videos for the playlist, but we couldn't really keep up with the demand that we had, I guess you would say.
Not really the demand, but the thing with it is that it was... because I did all the editing for it, it was a template sort of thing. So if you notice how all the transitions looked exactly the same in timing, the images looked like they were in almost the exact same place, and things like that, that was intentional. That was how I set up as like a template sort of thing. So it was very automatic of sorts of processing things in and out. All I did was change little things about it, things like that. All the songs we'd put up to it was on the Wheel of RNG, as we called it.
Yes, my favorite wheel.
We might actually publish the full list later, just at the end of this video as well, if anyone's curious as to what some of the other things we had planned for it, because we had several hundred songs planned for it.
It's just we couldn't really keep it up,
Yeah,
I
and
guess.
we didn't find it entertaining to do as either, because we stopped it when I was working on the trailer, and then when we finished the trailer, I was like, I kind of don't want to go back to this.
It just wasn't really fun or interactive or anything. It's just put a bunch of music into a shuffler and see what happens.
Yeah, so that was the main reason why we pulled the plug on it. Not to mention, we also want the channel to have more fulfilling content on it than just, look, here's a bunch of music. Not saying
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
against the people who do that on their own channels. All props for them, because some of those songs are very much a pain in the ass to find.
Yep.
But yeah, we just want something more fulfilling. So
What other things?
well,
What other
actually,
things can?
before we do go on from that, the best song that we managed to put out, what was your favorite of the songs we put out?
Do you have the list? I gotta check the list.
Yeah, if it's all under a playlist, I can bring up.
Typing. I mean, I'm going on Google Docs right now.
Well, I'm literally going to the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm looking for the entire list itself. God, this is old. I remember. Well, from what I thought at the top of my head, could think on the top of my head, I liked Paper Mario and Bomberman Hero soundtracks. I mean, if you could talk, I mean, you don't even have to talk about the playlist itself. What was the best soundtrack?
It was so hard for us to choose for some of them, especially because we set ourselves a rule of we can't put a full playlist, a full soundtrack onto here. Even though a lot of the songs that eventually made onto the final playlist, like Fire Emblem Awakenings one from me, was almost the entire soundtrack. I just linked you the playlist of all the videos we managed to put out before we stopped it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we put out a lot before we canceled it, so it was a pretty healthy amount, I would say.
Yeah.
60. It's all 60.
One of the ones that some of the songs we put onto there were things that we got as recommendations from other people, like on Facebook groups and that. And one of the ones that I personally thought of was a nice surprise because I have not played any Assassin's Creed games. Good Morning Ladies All. That became one of my favorites.
You put that up on Talk Like a Pirate Day.
I don't know if I made that I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Yeah, we put, I mean, if you haven't noticed, we put it's still up. It's not like we're going to take it down. It's still up.
We're not taking it down, no way.
Yeah, we put a lot of fun stuff in the description, so if you ever want to see a little bit of humor, there you go.
We always try and have some amusing things in it, like just going through this one here, the title theme from Battlefield 1942, just as a random one.
Yeah. I'm playing Mount Pyre right now just because I like it.
No, I didn't put anything amusing for that one. All I had was, this is Battlefield 1942, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nokia's theme being the character from Cyber Sleuth who fucking cheats. Because all I did was spam cheetah. Because
what do we do for over?
For the reason why I call her a cheater is because for most of the story she's got an Agumon and a Gabumon, and then by the power of cutscene, she has both of them instantly turn into Omnimon.
Yeah.
Cheater!
Yeah, all the 60, sorry, the ones that are, like, all these 60 songs are pretty much, besides from a few, like, fan picks, are, like, basically the first things we think of video game songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a pretty good selection.
Yeah, and if anyone wants us to do a full compilation of all the songs that we had in something like this one big video, I'm happy to do that. It'll take a long ass time to render, because again, it's only like 400-ish songs, but yeah, I'm willing to do it.
I mean, if we really want to continue this, we can make it an annual thing where we could just do the RNG shuffling for a month, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if people want us to continue it, that's fine on them.
Yeah, but we're always open to suggestions and things. We swear we don't bite much. We don't bite much.
I mean, we listen if they comment.
Yeah.
Do people comment? I haven't really seen any.
We get some comments every now and then. We don't get too much, which is annoying. And I'll only delete comments if they're spam, because we get some things on the main site that are like advertisements in Arabic for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, we do listen enough to delete spam.
Yes. Talk to us, please. We're lonely.
We're lonely and just writing stuff so people can read it.
Please. Hey.
You know, I've been kind of thinking of doing, like, since you said, like, do something for at least a month at a time so I can, like, have time to myself. I kind of got this idea from, like, Googling, and I found this blog where they have a little bit of tips for, like, games like Pokemon, saying, oh, if you want to challenge run, here, like, this is the compilation of what you should do. And I'm like, I'm kind of sad they don't release anything, you know. I'm kind of sad because they could, like, do so much more, and I'm like, I could do this. Yeah. I'm thinking of releasing, like, tips and whatever.
And all power to you for that, because I honestly don't see myself doing that. So that's something that can be completely for you. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm like reviewing stuff is all right. Saying, I just kind of want to have my own little format, you know.
that's fair enough, honestly.
Yeah. So I'm thinking doing little. I mean, mainly Pokemon for now because
We're walking
that's
Pokedexes, okay? What do you want from us?
exactly. I think I might introduce people to challenge runs other than Nuzlocke. Like mainly the thing I'm thinking of is monotype runs.
Yeah, and another thing with the monotype runs in that is because I was tempted to do a monotype run for when I would be going to do Ultra Sun, because I did Ultra Moon originally. I also played Ultra Sun like a day or two after I finished Ultra Moon, and I quickly backed out of that challenge because it was going to be a Dark type monotype run, and Mewtwo Y kicked my ass.
Mewtwo Y?
Ultra Moon, Rainbow Rocket.
Oh, I mean you made that pretty far.
Yeah, and now I'm still trying to do the shiny hunting for Pennywise. I don't know what his actual name is. I just call him Pennywise.
Blacephalon.
Pennywise, okay? That's what I call him.
I mean, Gen 6 is actually really good for monotypes. I'm like looking at a list right now. The hardest. Oh no, wait. This list doesn't have Sun and Moon. This is how often this blog uploads. Ugh. This one only goes up to X, Y, and Oros. But I know that especially Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon would be easier for Nuzlocke. I mean, not Nuzlocke.
Monotype.
Monotypes. Gen 7 is actually atrocious for Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
Considering, like, you have Route 1 and the majority of you know, like, there's only, like, 4 routes in one island. You're only gonna get, like, 4 Pokemon on one island.
At least on the plus side, some places like Hawaii City have got Pokemon that you can capture in it, so it's not the end of the world. Like, you can get 6 Pokemon just on before entering Verdant Cavern.
Yeah, but if you compare it to an older game, you could get like 6 to 10 Pokemon before taking on a single gym.
Yeah, that's really annoying. That's the big problem about Ultra Sun, well, Sun and Moon in general, both original and Ultras. But that's just because of the world design going for the island aesthetic.
Yeah. If anything, from what I heard from, from what people have been saying about what Gen 8 is going to be like, you know how Mario and Zelda have taken the open world approach?
Yeah, and I still maintain that I don't want them to go full open world. I still want them to do the routes just because I like the story in Pokemon games. They're slowly improving. I just want the routes to be bigger, wider, more stuff to do in them so that the places are more spread out. I don't want it to be open world where I can just walk anywhere I want to. I like there to be some structure, but like a hodgepodge of open world and the routes of sorts.
I think of what... I mean, if you think of it that way, that would just make Nuzlocke even harder. But I think of what they're probably going to do, since it is going to be on a Switch, which is a much more powerful system than a handheld. I think we're going to be experiencing less loading zones.
Which I'm grateful for, because it'll be nice to go back to the Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance things where there wasn't too many loading zones. Like, I think going back to the Hoenn area, for example, the only times there were loading zones was when they were going into a dungeon. Yeah. All the towns in that were, unless they were encased in between dungeons like Rustboro City were, they were all on one open map.
You know what's interesting? Like playing for Odyssey for a little bit, I noticed they just use culling. If you don't know what culling is, it's just like a way to let the game load without having any loading zones, basically. Just pop-in is what calling is.
Yeah, pop-in's the more obvious, the more well-known way of calling it. So
Yeah.
and I'm fine with pop-in of sorts. Like, as long as it's not obvious pop-in, like I'm walking up to a place and pop-in, something brand new just appeared right in front of me.
Yeah, it's not going to be like Silent Hill.
No, it's not that bad. Like, if it's pop-in of loading stuff on top of buildings by popping them in as I get closer to the building, that I'm fine with. Because I'm not going to notice that straight away. So
Smart calling.
exactly.
I want to talk about Odyssey so badly.
We'll get there. 'Cause-
what else?
Well, the next big thing was we might as well go into E3. Now 6 months have passed. What do you think of the stuff that came out of E3? The best and the worst. Now that a lot of those have now come out. Were there anything that you were excited for but backed up on? Things that you weren't looking forward to but now really want to play?
What was interesting, there was a game that was actually, I wouldn't say, I guess it was announced, like the name was announced, but the release date was announced for the E3. But this was like the first time hearing of this game. So like go to E3 and Microsoft there was like, oh, we have a bunch of good titles that are quote unquote exclusive. And I'm like, okay, what's this? And I'm like, what is this? A game based on cartoons of the 30s? Count me the hell in! And so did the rest of Tumblr. Damn!
Yeah. The Cuphead was known for a while, but it was announced at AE3, then disappeared for a few years, then came back. So we knew about it for a while, and admittedly it was understandable that its development time would take so long because that was all hand-drawn. And then so digitized, beautiful. Like, yeah, okay, I'm fine with it taking a long time. That animation takes a hell of a lot of time.
It was so beautiful. You know, I can accept Cuphead for all of its flaws, like for all of the, the crashing and the issues it had.
Just die already!
I loved Cuphead. I can take Cuphead for all of its flaws, honestly.
I really want to play Cuphead. I still haven't got it yet. Really want to play it, even though I know it is so ridiculously hard. But
I wouldn't say it's ridiculous. I wouldn't say it's ridiculous. It was actually harder. Like they released an update which made certain bosses easier. I am looking at you, Mr. Robot Man. I'm looking at you.
The other thing with that style, because there was another game that came out with that style, which we were originally planning on doing for Spoopy-tober.
Bendy... I mean, I understand what Bendy tried to do, but I played, like, the first part of it, but I just didn't really like it, honestly. I couldn't like it.
Yeah, I was planning on reviewing it this year, and then afterwards I was like, pass. Especially because by the time October came around, everyone had gone over the Bendy phase, so it wouldn't even gotten that much ad revenue. So we did cartoon shows instead.
Don't be so, obvious. God.
Mediaholics, what are you going to do for Halloween this year? We're going to review Cartoon Network shows from the 90s. What?
Cartoon Network obviously isn't doing it.
Yeah. Oh, Cartoon Network. We'll come back to you.
I actually ranted on Twitter for a little bit because I just hated what they did for holidays, but if we're coming back to that later, we'll come back to that later.
They're still doing that as well. That's the annoying thing.
They say they're gonna get a little better. They say they got, like, new shows.
I will believe that when EA drops loot boxes.
I told you they had new shows.
Well, there's a difference between having new shows and airing new shows.
That's true.
Like, that's the difference there. Actually, there's another thing we could talk about very quickly, which is another thing that we wanted to do but then kind of died off. The journals.
Oh, yeah. well, Animal Crossing is a very hard game to do.
Yeah, and especially if you're doing the boring Happy Home Designer, which is why that villager slowly turned into a telekinetic psychopath.
I mean, Happy Home Designer is not much of a progression game, then it's just kind of a, I would say Happy Home Designer is more of a stress reliever, in a way.
And that's true, but my stress reliever then and still is Hyrule Warriors Legends, so...
Yeah. I mean...
Because sometimes I just want to kill shit.
I mean, sometimes when it's, like, really quiet and I'm just kind of bored, but I'm feeling creative, I just put, like, turn on Happy Home Designer and do a villager's house or two.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Although, I would say... maybe I would get back to the journal format, because if Animal Crossing does get released this year, I would love to do that. Especially if these pictures are coming from the Switch, that would even give me an easier time.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to do for it, but I'm waiting to see what they announce for Animal Crossing Switch. If there is local co-op, well, not local co-op, but online co-op stuff for it, why don't we both do Animal Crossing Switch? We have one town that the two of us work on, and we just do it online.
I mean, is that town going to be my town or yours?
Probably your town.
Cause I'd be more invested in it than you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, most likely.
It would still be something really fun to do. Just have two pseudo mayors.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to name it like Mediaton though. I want to. Where are my names? I want to name it like Swingtown or something, but
we just have to make sure that we throw out the psychopathic Happy Home Designer.
That's true. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make this as, what do you call it? If it is going to be in my town, then it won't be as like, you know, like voter based, but nobody was even watching that town anyway.
Yeah, we'll do what we want to do for that one and just let it go from there. But those plans can wait until we actually see what an Animal Crossing Switch is going to be. We'll work on it from there.
No matter what it's going to be, I know I'm going to play it for like ever.
Yeah.
Where are my names though? I want to find my names. Was in here? There we go. But mainly I just want to name it Swingtown. AC Switch Town names. That's literally what I named this.
Of course.
Oh my god, what did I do here? I have Serenity Serene Eclipsia, which is totally not ripped off from that one show. Lucina
Lucina? You named a town after Lucina from Fire Emblem?
No. I know, I'm sorry, it was like Lucia. Like I think I named it after what was that? Narikuga. Lucent. I think I just derived it from the word lucent, just sound cool.
Fair enough.
And then we have Meme Town.
Of course. Wait, we can't call it Meme Town because that's what America is now.
Welcome to Meme Town.
If it helps, if you think that was bad, I'm just going through what I titled some of the Transformers Marathon 2 reviews, and the greatest of all titles that I could come up with in that marathon for Transformers Animated. Chins!
Oh my god. Did you see what I put on your Twitter about like your vote on whatever's going to come up in March?
Yeah. I saw it. Speaking of which, with 8 hours left, so it's going to be closed by the time this video comes out, the Mega Man Mini Marathon is winning by 2 votes. Compared to Sailor Moon's marathon of having 1 vote.
I want to see what I put down for it. I forgot. It was like Mini Mega Man March Madness.
Mini Mega Man Marathon March Mania.
And that's the only reason why I voted Mega Man.
You would have voted Sailor Moon otherwise?
If it wasn't in March, yes.
Fair enough.
You gotta have Mega Man in March.
Yeah. I will say, I am planning on doing both Mega Man and Sailor Moon. The poll is not to decide what happens this year, it's what happens first this year. I don't know when Sailor Moon is happening, but it's happening sometime in the second half of the year.
Yeah.
In fact, I should probably bring up what my schedule is for upcoming content, aside from the current marathon of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
TMNT. Oh, how'd that site run for you?
It ran well. It helped out with finding out watching the first 5 episodes, which have not aged well.
Welcome to the 80s.
Like, oh god, if you want 80s, like,
were you like, wow, people spoke like this?
or not even that, just the amount of product placement in it. It's like, in just 5 episodes, we've got a product placement for the Turtles, Splinter, Shredder, the Turtle Van, April O'Neil, Bebop, Rocksteady, the Technodrome, Krane's suit, the Rock Monsters. It's like, this is 5 episodes, people. You can space these out a little bit.
Did it feel like watching you're watching a toy commercial?
Yeah, and even when I'm watching Transformers Generation 1, it doesn't feel like I'm watching a toy commercial, but that felt like I was watching a toy commercial.
Oh yeah, you gotta buy our toys.
Buy our toys! Buy our toys!
I want to go to McDonald's and get some Happy Meal toys.
Oh look, we're there too!
I was actually having I don't know why I remember this. I was just, I was talking to a friend and we were having an extensive conversation about Happy Meal toys.
Some of those things are just garbage. From what I've seen online.
I mean, my favorite toy distribution, it was from Burger King when the first movie came out. I was curious. I'm like, I wonder how much these are going for. And they came out, that toy distribution had a set of tops, a set of squirters, a set of plushes, and a set of golden cards.
First movie of what? Because all you said was the first movie.
Yeah. Wait, what?
All you said was the first movie. The first movie of what?
First Pokemon movie.
Okay. Probably should have elaborated on that one a little bit, because the first movie could have referred to the first Iron Man movie.
I mean, but yeah, this was a really good toy distribution. I think somebody choked on a Pokeball once, but other than that, the toy distribution was amazing.
The funniest...
I was wait,
sorry,
what?
Go ahead.
No, I was looking up. Wow, I wonder how much these are right now. And I looked up at the water squirter set. The entire set costed $30.
Yikes!
Yep. But you were saying, I'm sorry.
The funniest McDonald's Happy Meal toy that I've seen, just from online, it was before I was born, was they were doing mini Transformers of the McDonald's food, and one of them was of what would be like a milkshake or a drink or something, like the bottle with the straw in it, and you just unfolds into a little man.
A little man.
All you do is just split in half. You split half of it open, and it unfolds into the little arms and legs.
Oh, you know what's insane that I've been watching?
Yeah.
Because you just remind me of it. I was watching. Have you ever heard of the anime Little Witch Academia?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
I'm slowly watching it because I'm watching it with, I like watching my shows with another person, but we've basically been dead. If anything, I'm gonna beg to watch it after this. But I was watching that. The magic, how they use the magic in that show is interesting, but because they say magic is a dying art and is getting moved out of the way for technology. So that's the only reason why you have a technology-based witch in the academy. And they're like, okay, we're doing metamorphosis. What do you have for us, little mechanical witch? and then the witch presents a tiny transformer. Like, it did the sound effect and everything.
Oh, send me a link to that.
I'll try to edit it for you. I have to find like the episode, and I'll try to edit it for you.
Cool, and very quickly, the drink up the back. The middle back row.
Oh my god. I think I've seen these when I was looking up weird Happy Meals.
I saw it in a review, and it closed that one with the line of, "You want to taste my insides?"
Oh my god. I think I've seen the one with on the right where it's like when it's closed it's like a box of chicken nuggets, but you open it, it's just it's just that atrocity.
I saw a video review of this guy who does knockoff Transformer reviews, and he had this packet of food-based Transformers, and some of those things are just the naffest things I have ever seen in my life. Like
Wait,
there was one that was a hamburger, there was an ice cream, there was some French fries.
Please tell me
Two
they were all
others.
plastic.
They were all plastic. Like, you couldn't eat
Thank
them.
God.
But they
Thank
were
God.
just some of the nastiest things. I'll send that video to you, because he also does it in a review that reviews like a Munch Pack sort of thing. Like 2 things from the Munch Pack, a toy review, things like that. It is absolutely stupid, but hilarious.
I can't believe these things are real.
It's McDonald's toy commercial. Well, it's McDonald's toys and Happy Meals. Everything you could possibly think of exists in a McDonald's Happy Meal toy.
Imagine going to eat a burger, but then then out comes a little man.
Oh god. Well, that, and I just found another image of it, which is even worse. Now, this was officially licensed, for the record. This isn't their own handmade things.
Wait, the Happy Meals?
Yeah, this was a licensed Happy Meal toy.
But they
This
do
next
not
image.
these do not look licensed.
No, the next image.
What?
That's Transformers Beast Machines. In
What?
toys.
That spider makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially when you realize that is a girl, and her actual model looked worse. Like,
Oh
that's
my
an
God.
improvement.
Oh my god. Are you gonna send me, like, her design now?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Is that supposed to be a rat or a car?
A rat. By the name of
Why-
Rat Trap.
But why does he have a wheel?
Because the line is called Beast Machines.
I'm scared.
You should be. Like, the animation models for Beast Machines were awful.
Wait, what year was it released?
This was early 2000, well, late 90s, early 2000s CGI.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
If I can find a good size one of it, here we go. This was the original toy. Once it loads. Sorry if you have nightmares.
I'm scared. Oh, jeez, here it comes. Huh. Yeah, she kind of makes me uncomfortable. Black Arachnia. I'm not even afraid of spiders, but I am afraid of her.
And the sad thing is, she's not even the worst one.
Wait, is that a toy or her model for the
That's the
show?
toy.
Okay.
The model, it's hard to find a good version of the model because it's such an old show. It hasn't been remastered, so... But... yeah, if you want to see the worst one of those...
I don't know, I think the toy looks a little worse.
Oh no. How would you... look at it, how the... well, look at this one. And this one, in its biggest form, is known as one of the worst Transformers toys ever made.
I'm scared.
And this is considered the good one.
Is this Cheetah Man from that hit game Cheetah Man?
Pretty much. This is Cheetor. And yeah,
Is he? Why does it look like he only has two hands when he's like in cheetah mode or beast mode or whatever?
because originally, I don't know why they backpedaled on it, but that model is how they did that transformation is take a cheetah, stand it up on two legs, use the front two legs as arms, slap a robot head on it, done.
It looks like it's suffering.
It is. And again, let me just remind you, this is the good version.
Oh my god. It looks like half of its body has been cut off and it's like pleading for death.
Let me just find you the worst one.
How can it get any worse than this?
I wish I could. Allow me to show you.
And my question is, why have I been seeing so many robot cats lately?
I don't know.
You noticed that, right?
Yep.
Okay, what the is that licensed?
Yep, that is the official Transformers Beast Machines Supreme Class Cheetor.
He's so tall.
Yeah.
He's so tall.
That was originally the biggest toy ever made, and the cat mode is meant to scale with like a real cat. So, like, here's the cat mode, once it loads.
You mean half a cat mode?
Here's the cat mode.
Oh no. Okay, I thought it was half a cat. I didn't think it was all cat, but it looks like
it's a full cat.
It looks like it's starving.
It is. Now, I should say that toy that would cost you about $50 brand new. US.
That's not bad for the size, honestly.
Allow me to show you the next time Hasbro would ask for $50 for a toy. This is the next Supreme Class character that they did.
That's not... Is this still Beast or no?
No, that's not Beast. This jumps a few years.
He's orange, I can say that.
That's the original Unicron toy.
Really?
Yeah. Looks a lot better, doesn't it?
Yeah. Although his wings do not look functional, but I'm not sure if he has jetpacks or anything.
He's the size of a planet, so he doesn't really need either.
Oh, okay.
He just brought them because they thought they looked cool.
But why so orange? Why are all these Supreme classes orange?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
So yeah. Trust me. The Transformers have put out some really awful things.
I'm covered in fur. Oh my god. I've been just kind of stuck at home because it's all snowy and disgusting outside.
Meanwhile, it's been hot and disgusting here, so...
I mean... Oh no, wait, it's summer, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is a wonderful summer weather. There's a blizzard.
Don't you like your winter wonderland?
No. I mean, it's honestly, if you ever come up to America or anywhere up north during the winter, it's you would probably like think it's magical for like the first month or so, maybe. Like the first year it's magical, but like every preceding year it's just such a problem.
I'll probably freeze to death by day 2 because your definition of cold and my definition of cold are two completely different things. My cold could still be classified as warm for you.
It has been below freezing for over a week.
Yeah. Case in point, where the coldest it gets in the day here is like -11. Well, not -11, 11 degrees Celsius.
last night I was in my friend's car, and it was still below freezing, and he did that thing with the car, like with the windshield, where you just sprayed your windshield with like windshield fluid and you wipe it just so you could get crap off your window. But it was so cold that it instantly froze, and I got freaked out because I never saw this in real life before.
Okay, that's a little funny.
We were tired because we just kind of spent all day vegetating at a friend's house watching Sonic Boom. Don't ask.
Well, that's still the better part of Sonic Boom, so...
It's the show, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Wait,
just...
actually, sorry, I have to ask. You managed to watch Sonic Boom? There was a show airing on Cartoon Network that wasn't Teen Titans Go?
Oh, we have our sources.
Oh. Damn.
I mean, you know how I got you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? We have our sources.
That's the joke.
We have our cartoon dealers.
Yeah. They're like crack dealers, but for cartoons.
It's safer.
A lot safer. Unless it's Beast Machines, in which case it's debatable.
Getting neat when net neutrality rolls in. Oh God. Oh yeah, that's the thing that happened. How can we not talk about 2017 then without net neutrality?
Oh, we still haven't even gone into Adpocalypse or the loot boxes yet.
Why not we talk about them now?
Let's go to net neutrality first, because I do feel sorry for you. Because here's not net neutral at all.
I mean, the fight's still not over. Like, quoting from that one woman that actually voted against it said. I mean,
which is good at least. You've still got a chance, but... Oh boy, Ajit Pai, you have made several enemies. Several 100,000, close to 1 million enemies.
I refuse to watch that video where he's like holding a fidget spinner and it's like, yeah, it's all good, it's all good.
When I saw that video, and Ajit Pai, I am 22.
Me too.
I worked on something when I was 19, turning 20, that had a better lightsaber animation to it than yours did. I can't show you the video, I don't have that anymore, unfortunately. But we actually made a competent lightsaber animation, and we had it in several fight scenes. What the fuck?
I don't want to think about it.
That is just the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life, though.
I think this is what this is what that generation thinks of our generation.
Yeah. And unfortunately for him, that's not our generation. It's a large part of it, I'm not going to deny that, but it's not all of it.
Yeah, it just sucks that people think of our generation like that.
Apparently it happens to every generation, so...
I mean, what was their generation when they try to get a job? God.
Yeah, or the last generation, Generation Y, where the whole thing was... You have to get a job. Why? Because we said so. Why? Because we said so. Why?
I mean, you gotta get a job to get money.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Oh. I'm slow.
Yes, you are.
Don't.
The cold is slowing you down.
Yeah. It really is.
I cannot believe I did not think of this joke until now.
What?
The cold really is bothering you anyway.
Get out.
Oh, come on.
Just get out. That was... Oh, Frozen was so 2013 or 2012.
We're getting a sequel this year. Pretty sure, at least.
It's probably going to be around out Christmas or something.
Of course it is. But hey, at least we're getting Wreck-It Ralph 2. And The Incredibles 2.
Did you hear what happened to Coco? That one Pixar movie about Day of the Dead?
No, I haven't.
Okay, here's what Oh, I'm surprised you haven't. So, Pixar released a movie called Coco. I still gotta watch it because I'm kind of on the fence of either watching Coco or Book of Life at this point. But when Coco released out in theaters, they had a Frozen short that was originally going to be on ABC for Christmas, but they just kind of pushed it into Coco.
Oh,
so
I have heard of that one.
Yeah, so you had a 30-minute, like a 22-minute Frozen short before a feature-length movie.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much
know.
Frozen.
And it was about Olaf, too, so who cares? It gets worse.
Well, now I don't want to go see Coco at the cinema. I'll wait till it comes out on DVD.
I mean, Coco did so well in the Mexican cinema that they eventually removed that short.
Good.
I know, it is good.
Nothing against people who like Frozen, but it's overdone.
It is, and they're just like pushing, one thing.
Buy our toys! Buy our toys!
One thing I did like about not the movie itself, but like everything surrounding that movie. I remember when Frozen released, they had a little a short that's really is a short. They had a short of Tangled that is like the funniest thing to me.
I really should see that short. I haven't even actually seen Tangled yet, so.
Like there's one moment in that short that I can't stop thinking about. It was just of the horse. It was just so good.
Fair enough. I do hope, though, just to get back on topic, I do hope for your case that you get net neutrality rules reinstated and locked down so that we don't have anyone like that asshole try and take them away again. Oh, and while you're at it, once you get that back, can you kind of help us down here get ours, or get net neutrality here? Please? I beg you.
I think you're gonna have to talk with your government about that. Right now, the White House has been kind of a revolving door.
Yeah, true that.
Good.
Let's move on to the next big thing from 2017, the adpocalypse.
Oh, YouTube, you never fail me. Except every time you did.
Yeah, you fail us. You always fail us. Just to get something clear, for those curious, Adpocalypse both did affect us and didn't affect us. We weren't hit originally with the hard demonetizations in terms of content because our content is overall safe, even though I do have a bit of a curse word mouth every now and then. But what we did get hit by was the change to monetization, in that you can't start monetizing until you get to 10,000 views, which we haven't been able to do yet. So we did have monetization, and then it got taken away.
So it didn't matter.
Yeah. So no, we haven't lost money on YouTube ad revenue because we aren't making anything.
Oh God.
If you want to help us out, though, please help us get to 10,000 views at least. Just with stars, we would genuinely appreciate it, because there have been some things like the trailer, the promotion video that we did in May and June that I still am very proud of, and I hate the fact that it got demonetized.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing about YouTube and the adpocalypse really started with those, like, the weird Spider-Man Elsa videos, right?
No, that was Adpocalypse 2.0. Adpocalypse 1.0 was the Islamic State videos and all that.
Oh, yeah. With PewDiePie?
Yep. Then 2.0 happened with Spider-Man having sex with Elsa. And
implied.
All those... heavily implied to the point of, yes, it is happening.
Those were just weird.
How were those able to stay on there for so long? Because some of those videos were just... Who thought it would be a good idea to put that onto YouTube Kids?
I don't know. And I mean, I remember when those weird videos first started with with the toys in Japan just bouncing on the bed because my brother showed it to me, and we just like weird stuff like that. I'm like, what is this, and why is there so many of them?
Well, Japan always does weird commercials. Like,
No. It's not a Japanese. It's not a Japanese YouTube. It's just called Toys in Japan, where it's just a bunch of weird formation. Like, it's just 1 or 2 formats of jumping on the bed and finger family videos, where it's like, for the jumping on the bed ones, you get like 5 Shreks jumping on the bed to like 5 SpongeBobs jumping on the bed. I'm like, what is this? What is this
then.
atrocity? I don't even know how to even describe it. You gotta look for it yourself.
Yeah, and just for reference, they get to monetize their stuff. Yet people like us who actually put in the time and effort, or at least try to, we do have busy lives, put in the effort to make content, we still can't do anything.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube.
A lot of people who make who try to do Let's Play channels and are good at it because they have time to do Let's Play channels. I think some of them just go to streaming and they get more money from streaming on Twitch than doing Let's Plays on YouTube.
Yeah, and that's understandable. Like, because of how messed up YouTube is at the moment, I linked it onto my personal Facebook account, but there was this one person who posted a thing onto Twitter, which was just 10 hours of white noise.
And that was monetized, wasn't it?
5 different companies claimed it under monetization. 5 different ones. Like, it's white noise. How does anyone have the ability to copyright claim white noise?
I don't know.
YouTube, your system is broken beyond repair at the moment, and it pisses me off to no end that no one can compete with you.
Sometimes I lie awake at night wondering what what Google does for YouTube, and I want to say that Google acts themselves as they act as a company, but I'm pretty sure they have like some sort of cult that prays to the great algorithm.
They probably do. And that algorithm is stuffing everyone over.
Yeah, and I think
unless you're the Paul brothers who can somehow avoid any form of negative demonetization, even when you post a video of someone committing suicide.
Committed.
Committed suicide.
Yeah, he was talking to a dead body. Blurred or whatever, but yes, showed a dead body on quote-unquote kid-friendly YouTube. Did YouTube do anything about it? Nope. That's because he's earning them so much money.
Yeah, he cannot be demonetized by infringing on those rules, along with his brother. And the fact that those two are now the face of YouTube pisses me off to no end.
Do you remember the YouTube Rewind of 2017?
Oh god, that cringy mess.
Yeah, and there are people calling out on YouTube 2017 because of how YouTube was in 2017. People called out on YouTube 2017 because how they handled filming YouTube Rewind. And that was a fun mess I watched.
At least on the plus side with the algorithm changes, animation is coming back to YouTube, which I'm all for. I love seeing animations on YouTube. But just the whole thing overall has been an absolute shit show.
Has animation ever benefited from YouTube? I mean, I watched one animator, and they said they got the yellow money sign of death, even though like what they posted was pretty much original.
It's had its issues, especially when the algorithm changed to how frequently you're putting out content. But there are still some that do appear every now and then, like ASDF is the big one that's a once a year sort of thing that will always make YouTube trending because it's ASDF. ASDF is the internet.
Yeah.
But it's always been hard for animators, which is why I'm glad that animation is coming back to YouTube in some form.
Yeah, it's true.
Shut up, plane.
I was like, I hear a plane.
I've got my window open because it's a little stuffy in here, so...
Yeah. I can't open my window because it's too cold.
While we're on the subject of shit shows, though, let's go to the other elephant in the room.
Which?
The loot boxes in Brotober.
Oh, God. Yeah. 2017, people say, was a year of the loot box in games.
It's gone so bad now that there are governments trying to ban loot boxes in games for anyone under 21.
Because they saw it as gambling.
Yeah. Which, honestly, I'm all for, because even the more cosmetic stuff like in Overwatch and that, it still does pry on the more addictive side of things, and the fact that Blizzard is still refusing to release the odds of getting what you want in loot boxes when it's under law in China, because they found a loophole behind it, really says a lot.
Yeah.
Hey. We can thank things like Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I still admit I was excited for when it was shown off at E3. We both said, well, I remember saying to you that I think it looks really fun. And then when I saw that, it was like, well, you're not getting my money anymore.
I remember watching a YouTuber cover E3 and then cover Battlefront, and it's like, well, it's EA. They're gonna find one way to mess it up, and months later, yeah, they messed it up.
Yeah, they messed it up badly. And just the fact that it wasn't just Battlefront 2, Destiny 2, all of the EA Sports games, the new Need for Speed. Why would you implement a card system into a racing game where the core demographic are the people who care about things like seeing the engine, and what particular wheels are on the car? They don't care about cards.
They just care about racing.
Yeah, and just loot box after loot box after loot box, and all within the space of, 2 months? 3 at most? It's why I'm so glad the Switch is doing so well, because the only game on there that I know of that has a loot box system is NBA 2K18, which is still awful, but the fact that we can get things like Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild that go, yeah, these guys can stuff up all they want, we're gonna make games the way they should be made, with enough content for everyone, and all you have to do is either pay the full price up front, and if we make a bit of DLC afterwards, we want a little bit of money from that as well.
I mean, you have Amiibo, but you know what you're gonna get when you have Amiibo.
Yeah, and it's not like I need to pay $20 every time I tap an Amiibo on, otherwise Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival would become the world's most expensive video game.
I think that right now is Battlefront.
It is. They had to disable the loot boxes because Disney stepped in and cut that shit out. But they've said that they want to try and bring them back. They're going to do it eventually. They're just waiting for everyone to stop complaining about it. I reckon as soon as Anthem comes out, and all the blame and all the hate gets shifted onto Anthem, they're going to bring the loot boxes back.
But then people are just going to complain again.
No, because at that point no one will care. Because this is the internet, and they think anything older than a week is, dude, why are you bashing on it still? It's old news. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, Battlefront was such a shame, because even me, again, I don't hate Star Wars, I just hate how much I was, exposed to it. Spoiled and exposed to it. It just left me a bad taste in my mouth. But even I think that looked like a pretty good game.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks fine. It's still not as good as the original Battlefront 1 or Battlefront 2, but to make up for how lacking in content Battlefront 1 was, that's a good step in the right direction. But to lock progression behind loot boxes instead of cosmetics because they didn't want to break canon.
Okay.
EA, you've got a game when Rey, the protagonist from episodes 7, 8, and 9, can fight Darth Maul from episode 1 on Mustafar. You're breaking canon.
I mean, aren't people don't people know what they're getting into? I mean, they know it's just going to be a hodgepodge of different Star Wars characters from different timelines, right?
Yeah, and people are fine with that. And the fact that the hate has gone so overboard now that people have actually modded in a white and pink Darth Vader as two different skins because they, just as a big up yours to EA going, no, we do want a pink Darth Vader. I think they even had the Kylo Ren costume from that Saturday Night Live sketch as a mod-in as a costume for Kylo Ren. Like,
You mean the weird shirtless one I've been seeing on the internet?
oh no, that's from episode 8.
Oh, wait. What am I looking at?
The mod for the Saturday Night Live costume for Kylo Ren, there was a skit from Saturday Night Live where, you've heard of the show Undercover Boss, right?
Yeah.
They did one of those with Star Wars where Kylo Ren was something like some sort of service person on the Starkiller base.
Oh my god.
Like, just EA, you could have had so much fun with the cosmetic things with this, but no, you lock progression behind it. It's just... And what makes it even more insulting is that they had to go to their investors going, oh no, this is not going to affect what we earn from Star Wars Battlefront 2. We're fine with turning off the loot boxes. It's not going to make too much of an issue. So EA, you just admitted then and there that this is pure greed. That you don't need them, but you want them anyway. How can people still defend these things?
I mean, aren't more companies pushing them back since the backlash?
Yeah, more people are. Like, there's a whole thing at the Game Awards where Bethesda just roasted EA on stage with a video of going, no, people do want single-player adventure games that don't have loot boxes in them. So we're going to roast you for shutting down Visceral Games and that awesome-sounding Star Wars game they were working on, which was Star Wars meets Uncharted.
Remember? I mean, kind of the same thing, but remember that one time where during the award show, that really weird guy that made that, what was the game called? It was about jailbreaking.
A Way Out, I think is what it was called.
Yeah, Way Out. That guy who made A Way Out just bashed EA. You remember that?
He both bashed and didn't bash on EA, and he was so drunk. Like, he was high.
That entire award show was amazing, including that moment.
The funniest one for me was the one with the guy who was giving out the award, where it was going, and the winner of, oh no, I have to pay a microtransaction just to open up the letter. And then when he was putting the coin back in his pocket, I was like, well, you know it's true. Like,
you're not wrong.
The Game Awards just roasted on EA, on Warner Brothers, on Activision, and all of those who keep shoving loot boxes into everything.
Yeah.
And I am so glad that they did that, because it's basically the industry saying, no, cut that shit out.
I mean, it's good that they stopped it.
They haven't stopped it though yet, that's the thing.
Well, the majority of it.
Yeah. The loot box, until proven otherwise, the loot boxes are going to be coming back for Star Wars and that. 2K has said that they're not going to stop. Activision made a patent saying that they're going to try and find a way of squeezing as much money out of people as possible with loot boxes. Just, ugh.
I'm just glad that there's other, like, companies that don't do this.
Yeah, and it's why I'm hoping that the regulation actually does come into play that gets rid of these things, because these things are horrible.
And harmful.
Why do people... Yeah. Like, even Overwatch, which, yeah, it's one of the better ones, it's still not great. I would still rather be paying for those costumes as mini DLCs rather than having to pay a loot box and hope to get them.
I mean, I kind of wish it was like half and half, that like you can get it from a loot box or you can get it via paying, you know?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why no one complains about for when card games do it, because, yeah, you can get some really rare cards in Pokemon booster packs, but I can also go to a special store in the CBD that sells a lot of board games and card games and things like that, and they have their own mini market for buying individual cards. So it's either pay $6 for a booster pack and hope I get it, or pay $50 for the card I want.
I mean, it depends on the rarity. I know someone.
Yeah, it depends on the rarity, of course.
I know someone that's trying to construct a Pokemon deck.
Yeah, and doing that's not cheap if you're going for individual cards or through booster packs. But either way, you've got options there at least, and you're paying $6 for something of physical value. You can hold it. The moment they shut down the service for Battlefront 2, all that money gone. Like that. Poof! Into oblivion. Now firmly placed into EA's pockets.
Oh my god.
Can you tell I don't like loot boxes?
Yes. Yes, I can. I just hate EA for doing this.
This was not EA's year, though, because the other thing that happened was Mass Effect bad animation.
Andromeda was a mess, and I loved every second of it.
Oh, just watching it all go down was hilarious, but as a result of that, bye-bye BioWare.
Oh wait, did they shut down?
They closed down the BioWare studio that did Andromeda, and I'm pretty sure if Anthem fails, bye-bye BioWare as a whole.
Oh my god.
Because this is Unichronic Arts. They consume companies and devour them.
And then this is the result?
Yep. Which is why a lot of people, as soon as EA announced that they were buying Respawn, going, yep, bye-bye Respawn. So we'll be seeing your grave in, 3 years?
Oh my god. I remember when Andromeda was coming out, everyone was so excited. Oh, this is going to be the new sci-fi hit of the year. It's going to be great. And then it came out and it was just bad.
Why are these animations so bad?
Why is that person walking back? Oh god. You okay there? You need help?
Why is this person's gun spazzing out in their hand?
Why does this look like a really bad Gmod mod?
Meme effect Andromeda is basically what the game is.
Oh my god. Wait, can people beat that game?
I'm pretty sure some people have, but
okay.
Yeah, it's hilarious to watch still. I still laugh at crazy Gmod stuff. I linked a video to you earlier that was basically if Lego met Gmod, and it is some of the most hilarious things you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah, I'm
like
sorry
a car that there was one part of it that was a car that could not stop, and if you tried to stop it, it would flip itself over and explode.
I gotta watch it. But just I was just talking to someone because I need someone to talk to.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You'll definitely get a laugh out of it, though, and yeah, that's funny stuff. I want more people to do that, and if Meme Effect Andromeda was trying to be a meme, it did its job, but it wasn't trying to be a meme, it was trying to be serious, which is why it both does work and doesn't work.
I feel kind of bad, looking at Andromeda just kind of looked like it looked like an old person trying to dance. It was trying to do, it's trying to be doing all it can, but it just comes out looking silly.
Okay, Grandpa, can you please go sit down? Your hip's about to break.
Yeah.
The joys of the internet in its current age. Because you can make some of the most hilarious shit possible.
Oh my god. What other stuff happened?
Well, we might as well get into it now. Let's do the Odyssey.
What? I beat Odyssey in would it be a week now? I'm not sure how long it took me to beat Odyssey. But wow, I tried to I kept myself away from spoilers, and that was just amazing.
Yeah, and I specifically avoided as many spoilers as possible when talking to you about it. I talked about some things that were shown off in the trailer that you had already seen.
Yeah.
Like, you knew about the T-Rex being a capture thing, so I had no issue with talking about that, but there was I was trying so hard not to tell you about what happened in the Ruined Kingdom.
Wait, can we say it now? Can we say it now?
Yeah, sure.
I love that. I love that boss battle. Oh my god.
The Ruined Kingdom. The Dark Souls of the Super Mario games.
It really looked like Dark Souls.
Yeah, and like when I got there, I was like, oh, this is awfully bleak. Why the hell is there a dragon?
It's just a straight up dragon.
Like, that Bowser was riding in the intro for it. It's like, dude!
I love it. I love it how it wasn't even cartoony or anything. It's just a straight up dragon.
Yeah, and it was hilarious.
Like throughout that whole battle, I'm like, wow, this feels like a very Monster Hunter battle. Time to play Fatalis' theme.
Nice. How many stars have you gotten at the moment? Have you 100% beaten the game, or...?
I didn't 100% yet. I think I am at 600 to 700 moons right now.
I'm just over 500 moons at the moment. I've missed 3 that I'm skipping over. It's going to be more because I'm getting sick and tired of those races.
Oh my god, I hate... Oh, want to hear something funny about those races? Because I am doing them, and I did succeed. Like, I am doing them, and I am succeeding through them. It's just they're annoying to go through.
Yeah, I can do them eventually, but there are some, like the Lost Kingdom one, I was like, I just want to stop.
There's a Lost
Because
Kingdom? Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's the one right after the Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I got confused and lost and ruined, but go on.
Yeah, and I just didn't find that very fun. It was the other one, I've skipped those 2 for now, and the other one I've skipped is the one from the Cloud Kingdom, where you've got to try and make the Goomba face with everything being invisible. And go away, planes!
I don't hear that plane, don't worry.
Okay, good.
I like that little Goomba thing, and there's kind of another thing if you go to another world. I'm not sure if you did that yet. But
I've done that one in the other kingdom. So I'm fine with doing it when I can actually see basic outlines of what it is, but when everything's completely invisible, aside from the raw outline of the Goomba, that was annoying.
I mean, it was pretty alright. The line tracing was really tough, especially the ice level one.
Oh god, there's another one of those. I've done that one in the Desert Kingdom, and that was annoying as hell.
No, wait till you get to ice physics. Oh god.
Oh god.
You have to draw a triangle in ice physics.
Oh god.
But one thing I must say about a little experience I had, I was in Metro doing the foot race. And you know how all the foot races are the kingdoms before you save them? Like Metro Kingdom was rainy when you were doing the foot race, right?
Yeah.
So it was like rainy and you're on top of a building and I lost and instead of like retrying, I decided to wait for all the Koopas to come into the circle and like have fun and jump up and all over. And I'm just looking at them and it was all rainy and dark. I'm on top of a building and it's like, wow, they sure look like they're having fun. And then I just jump off.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And then I just jump off a building.
The best moon that I've gone so far was another one from the Metro Kingdom, which was Mario Goes to the Silver Screen. I think that was the name of it. And I just lost it because that was such a perfect moon that I was both expecting but didn't expect at the same time. It's a 2D one where you go into the cinema and the movie, there's someone going out the front of they're showing an all-time classic at the cinema today. You go inside, it's the original Super Mario Brothers.
Because of course
the original game.
They have to shoehorn in that one thing.
Yeah, it's World 1-1, and I don't know why I didn't expect it, especially because they had all the 2D stuff beforehand, but that was just perfect. If you're going to shoehorn that game in anywhere, that's a good place to do it.
That's true. One of my favorite things to do in Mario Odyssey is get killed by poison. Because whenever Mario is poisoned, he just goes, ew, before he dies.
Oh, yeah. Another one of the funny things that I'm surprised got through was all the Metro Kingdom males, at least, going, I just want to die. I just want to die. I just want to die.
One time I was, like, so aggravated, like, from getting Metro City moons, and I just walked past a man, and he goes, I just want to die. And I'm just like, same!
Right? I know, right?
Oh my god. I mean, it's a fun kind of aggravating. It's an aggravation I can live with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm glad that there are genuinely hard moons in it, because one of the things I said in my review was that I found a lot of the moons to just be too easy. So... my most hated moons, like... this one I remember going to Shivaria. I go in Shivaria, and I talk to Takadu, and he's like, entrance to Shivaria. I'm like, where's that moon? And I just turn around, and I'm like, oh my god. I thought you were going to say something with the fuzzies.
Oh, no. That's because when I saw the fuzzy return, I got, like, PTSD from Paper Mario. I'm like, no! No!
Hey, at least Poochie's in the game.
Barely.
Yeah, he's barely in the game, but at least he's there.
Isn't he only in artwork?
Yeah, he's only in artwork, but it's still nice that he's there.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually meet Poochie. Wait, what?
What was the best moon for you?
Most memorable moon. I'm not sure. I have a personal moon I'm going after, though. It's not even like an official moon. This is just a personal thing I'm doing.
And that is?
So you know the camera feature, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know how I'm trying to be a photographer, right?
Yeah, I was wondering why you were posting all those pictures onto your Facebook. You don't have Facebook. Twitter feed.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my nature coming out on this little photography thing. I'm like, yes. A personal moon I made for myself, or a personal challenge I made for myself. Go to all the kingdoms. Take at least one minimalistic picture that can also be worked in as a phone background.
Nice.
I call this selection of pictures called For Kingdom Fans, and it's not even done. If you go on my Twitter and scroll down a little bit, you'll see a picture for Shivaria fans, or for Mount Volobo fans, or for Metro City fans.
And that's fair enough. I'll probably link some of those. Well, probably post some of those into this video while it's in rendering, well, editing at least. I will admit though, the best moon. There are two contenders for the best moon for me. The final battle with Bowser on the Moon Kingdom.
Yeah.
And because of how good the music is, both 8-bit and when you're not in the 8-bit sections, the new Donk City Festival.
Yeah, I love that moment was amazing.
Especially because I knew of it, but I didn't know the exact extent of it, and just that entire set of moons was just perfect.
I know. What's your favorite boss battle?
It's one of the early ones, but it is basically Nintendo's favorite boss battle. A face and two hands.
Oh my god, I have a story about that. So
do tell.
I mean, we already talked about the Great Dragon, so whatever about spoilers, right?
Yeah.
You know the Mushroom Kingdom has rematches, right?
I do.
Yeah, the rematch for that is terrible.
Oh yeah, I think I have done that. I just haven't done that. I just don't remember off the top of my head.
So
the one I'm dreading though, in terms of the rematches, is the Bublane boss battle. I hated that boss.
Oh, the rematch is in the air. how you feel.
Though at least with that one, I think it is raining, so you never actually lose water, so it's a little easier in that regard, but I still hate that boss.
He just goes around the map. He doesn't even have a battlefield. He's just like, oh, look at me, I'm over here. Oh, I'm over here.
Oh, no, look, I'm over here. Oh, look, I'm over here now. And just, it's so hard to bloody hit that thing, because I always thought that I had to hit it on the horizontal one. I couldn't hit him on the vertical shots from it. So every time I hit him, I was pushing myself further away from him. I was like, ugh.
No, I hated the Sand Kingdom rematch with that statue, whatever. I forgot what his name was. Because
it's the Nintendo boss battle.
Yeah.
We'll just call it that because that is. I've seen that boss battle done in Star Fox. I've seen that boss battle done in Legend of Zelda. I've seen that boss battle done in Kirby, I'm pretty sure. It's the Nintendo boss battle of a face and two hands.
Or if you're playing Smash or Kirby Amazing Mirror, just hand.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the thing with the rematch, the only change is whenever he punches, he releases a trail of mummies, and I hate those mummies.
Oh yeah, those are annoying.
I died multiple times during that boss battle.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, my personal favorite was Dragon, and I know there's another one I'm thinking of. Oh, what was it? It was like Dragons and something else as a runner-up.
The Steam Kingdom one was a pretty good one.
Oh yeah, I like Steam. Okay, top 3 boss battles: Steam Kingdom, Metro Kingdom, Mecha Wiggler, and number 1.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, and number 1 is Dragon.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call him, Frenzied Fatalis.
For me, it's the Sand Kingdom, Ruin Kingdom, and then Steam Kingdom's boss.
Yeah. The rematch was pretty fun, too.
I'm not looking forward to that rematch with the Bubblaine boss. I hate that boss.
Have fun. What's your favorite... Okay, try to ignore the obvious and say what your favorite track is in Mario Odyssey.
I'm guessing the obvious one would be Jump Up Superstar, correct?
Yes. Like, what's your favorite either world song or level song?
Thankfully, there is a pretty easy one for that one.
Which?
And either the Lake Kingdom's background music, I love all tracks from the Lake Kingdom, or the Tostarena Ruins.
Oh yeah.
That's another really good one.
I like Tostarena as a kingdom. That was my favorite kingdom to play around in, honestly.
I just love the song that they have for both the 8-bit and the genuine song for the Ruins. That just sounds amazing.
When I entered Steam Kingdom, nobody told me there was going to be 60s rock.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was intending to keep secret from you, for good reason.
Wait, what, the soundtrack to Steam Kingdom? Because I listen to that every day.
I still love the Ruins, though. That's my all-time favorite song. I love those sort of desert songs, which is the reason why Quicksand Cave was one of the early songs from the Mediaholics playlist. Because the first 2 weeks we actually handpicked ourselves.
Yeah.
And Quicksand Cave was my first pick, because that's one of my all-time favorite songs from Explorers of the Sky.
I'm guessing your favorite from Tostarena was probably The Ruins?
That's what I said, it's The Ruins.
Yeah.
That's my all-time favorite song, so... Or from that soundtrack, aside from the obvious Jump Up Superstar.
If you had to represent a kingdom, which would it be?
Honestly, the Lake Kingdom. I do genuinely like the Lake Kingdom. I know it's not needed, especially because we get Bubblaine later. But that was, like I said, the soundtrack is just beautiful. The visuals look a lot better than Bubblaine does, honestly. It's a lot of fun.
Partially, I thought you were going to say Lake Kingdom over Bubblaine because you're like, you're spiting Bubblaine's boss.
Oh yeah, I hate Bub Lane to death, for the record.
There's only one thing I always did in Bubba Lane while I was searching for moons.
And that is?
I mean, it's called Bubba Lane, right?
Yeah.
I always end up humming to myself, Bubba Lane is in my ears and in my eyes.
Why is the water carbonated? Ow, my eyes!
But you get it, it's Penny Lane from the Beatles.
Yeah.
Um,
One of the other reasons why I like the Lake Kingdom, though, is that I actually did a little bit of coin grinding before I got there. So yes, I was able to get Mario down to his briefs before I got to the Lake Kingdom.
Good. We'll get to favorite outfits in a bit, but my personal favorite kingdom, I mean, I do like Steam Kingdom just because of the music alone and because of like the stuff in it. But in terms,
Oh yeah, Steam Kingdom's really good.
yeah, but in terms of like aesthetic, I either like Cap Kingdom or Sand Kingdom. Well, Sand Kingdom because I really like playing around in there.
Yeah, the Cap Kingdom was really good as well in terms of aesthetics and that, so I can see that. The Fossil Kingdom as well, it's another really good song. That's a perfect, I think just a look, excitement, you're in the game now, excitement, capture the T-Rex.
Cascade Kingdom was a great kingdom to start with, like after
Yeah.
Cap Kingdom.
Absolutely perfect. Especially because when I actually did a little speedrun trick when I saw the T-Rex up the top of the hill, but there was no way to get to him yet. I was like, I'm making it my mission to get the T-Rex now. So I learned how to do like the hap jump and all that stuff in order to make it to there just to capture the T-Rex.
It didn't take me until the second time. Like, I went through all the kingdoms the first time to go through the story, and I'm going through all the kingdoms the second time to get all the moons. It didn't come to, like, I didn't master the Cappy jump until I went to Metro Kingdom for the second time.
Yeah, I still can't do it too well, but I don't try and use it whenever possible, so...
Yeah. I mean, I got a pretty good hand on it if Mario would listen to me.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I did one time? Because I got so frustrated in the moon, and I didn't feel like the controls were really, my inputs for some reason. I said, you know what? Okay, do you remember the commercial for Mario 64 where Mario went out to drink a glass of milk?
No, I didn't. I don't actually. I don't recall seeing that one.
All you need to know is that there were two kids playing Mario 64. It wasn't even gameplay of it. It was just Mario just smashing his head against a rock while the kids are going, "Come on, Mario, jump!" And then Mario himself went out of the game to drink a glass of milk, and then he just stomps everything.
I wonder if it was directed by Michael Bay. Because he directed the original Got Milk commercial.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Right.
But I got so frustrated with the moon. I don't even remember what moon it was. I think it was a Sand Kingdom one. And I'm like, if I get this moon, I'm going downstairs for... If I get this moon, I'm going downstairs to get a drink of milk. That's how frustrated I was. And then it goes, da-da-da-da-da-da, and I just walked down to my kitchen.
You're lactose intolerant.
It was lactose-free milk. Leave me alone.
Okay, then.
Lactose-free chocolate milk.
Okay, then. Honestly, the moons I hate the most at the moment are the races. I have not done the 100 jump. I've tried it a few times, but not to the rage extent of the 100 jumps. But after seeing your little trick, I don't think that's going to be an issue.
I got over 1,000. I'm sorry, 1,000,000.
Hacker.
I got the moon, right?
Yep, you did.
Exploit is Bexploit.
Yep.
One thing what I love about Odyssey is it showcases sharing. And it's just so easy to share pictures and stuff that it just showcases the Switch so well.
It does. It's a great year one title to close on.
Yeah. It's not even a good title to close on. It's a title. This, I would say, would be the Switch, like Breath of the Wild and Odyssey are the Switch's opening titles to to what the Switch can do, and what the Switch can do in terms of games, in terms of what they can do. What am I trying to say? In terms
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, in terms of technology, in terms of gameplay, and in terms of media sharing, that is so beautiful.
Yeah. And it's reasons like that, which is why there is one game on it that I really want to see, that I hope they do, but I don't think they're going to do it.
Which?
Imagine a multiplayer optional version of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, where instead of your partner that gets chosen to you by the story itself, you can co-op the entire game with someone else online.
That sounds amazing and difficult.
It does, and it's why I'd rather it be an option instead of being the main focus of the game. But just imagine if the two of us can play the same version of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, work together to get through the dungeons and all that. That'd be great. Especially when it gets to dungeons like the Zero Isle.
By that point, we would probably be a lot more, what do you call it?
Dead.
Not even dead, but by that point, we'd probably know what the game is gonna be like, and we're just gonna be sitting through the dungeon okay, we gotta go this way, and then it's like, if we go this way, it would be harder. If we go this way, it might be not as hard.
Yeah.
A lot of more thought processing.
Yeah, still that would be a lot of fun, and definitely would be something that would be showcasing for it. But later on, I'm getting ahead of myself.
If somebody can make a mod of Mystery Dungeon that would do that, then you're more than welcome.
Oh, I still want a mod for Super Mystery Dungeon that's just Explorers of the Sky in the using the Super Mystery Dungeon assets, along with the connection or alongside regular missions. Make that game, and you will be my gaming legend. I will bow down before you like Arceus, because that is my dream game.
I mean, there are like multiplayer. I'm not sure if this is even online, but there's what was that Switch game with the paper people?
Snipper clips.
Yeah, there are snipper clips. But snipper clips, you have to do teamwork, and there's not really much of a way you can screw each other over for fun.
Oh no, I've seen ways that people have been able to screw each other over. I've seen 4 little kids do that 4-player basketball game of snipper clips at once, and all of them just decide that they want to kill each other instead of playing basketball.
Oh, that's adorable.
So yes, I am well aware of how you could screw each other over in snipper clips.
That's adorable.
It was hilarious to watch it over at the Tech Games Fest this year. It was I don't think anyone will have seen it because it was not on the it was probably on the live stream, just on a break. But it was while all the teenagers were out at lunch break, and the parents of the little kids that were coming there, these were people who worked at Chisholm, so they brought their little kids in for the event at times. They just let them go up onto the stage and play snipper clips while everyone was out on lunch. It was hilarious.
That's so cute.
The joys of youth, when we want to kill each other. Though the one thing about that actually made me die a little inside, on the last day, some of the little kids were acting a little bit out of control, so I was tasked with setting up a 360 in Halo 3 for them to play, just in a side room, just so that the adults could work.
Yeah.
And one of the little kids said, "Wow, this game looks old." And this was Halo 3.
Oh.
Hey.
You poor child.
I'm 21! Don't make me feel old!
I have no right to feel old. But overall, I'm just so proud of the Switch, though.
I am too, and I am looking forward to what 2018 brings. Especially when we've got a new Kirby game coming out soon, a new Yoshi game coming out soon, a new Fire Emblem game coming out soon.
And another Direct to look forward to.
Hopefully by the end of the month. And yes, we will be doing a podcast on the direct, but you are going on a small vacation, so it might take us a little bit of time to get to that direct.
Yeah, I remember last...
Please understand.
Oh my god. I remember the last time I went on vacation, like, I was on a boat in the middle of international water, so I had to turn my phone off for like a good week. When I came back, my friend was like screaming at me, "Did you hear? Did you hear?" I'm like, "Did I hear what?" "The Switch got announced." I'm like, "What?"
I go away for 1 week!
A lot can happen in a week, apparently.
Oh yeah, like, the first week of 2018, we've already got to people having button measuring contests with nuclear armaments, and Logan Paul potentially causing Apocalypse 3.0.
Yep. Oh, by the way, one more thing about Odyssey. I forgot to mention, just because I thought about it. So, one of my favorite soundtracks is me burning in Luncheon.
Naturally.
I'll give props to Luncheon being a nice looking lava level, but still.
Yeah, it's a nice looking level, but it's still a lava level, so, eh.
Whoa, you know, that's just me every second when I'm on Luncheon.
Oh yeah. On the would it be safe to say that Super Mario Odyssey is your game of the year?
I mean, yeah, even though I still have yet to give Zelda a chance. The only reason I picked Odyssey over Zelda is because I knew I would be hooked in Odyssey.
And that's fair enough.
Yeah, I just don't want to get Zelda only not to play it, because last time I'm like, I want to play Majora's Mask, but for some reason I just couldn't get through it.
Yeah, that's fair enough, honestly.
I love watching Zelda, but I didn't watch this Zelda because I want to play it and I don't want to spoil myself, but I'm like, do I really want to spend $60 on a game that I'm not sure if I'll play, 100% play or not?
Yeah, that's fair enough. I got Breath of the Wild for Christmas. I still need, not Christmas for my birthday, I still need to go through it properly. So that might be something coming further down the lines. I am planning on reviewing it, just haven't had a chance to yet.
Yeah. I'm keeping, my friend's like, trust me, just buy it, you're gonna love it. I'm like, since you're playing Persona 5, I really want to try Breath of the Wild before I buy it.
Persona 5, a game I really want so much, but I can't have because I don't have a PS4.
I'm using the money I worked for. I'm using the money I got to buy Monster Hunter 5. Or Monster Hunter World, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever it's called.
I just want to go out and fight Ash and I don't want to wait anymore.
I'm fine with you waiting a little bit because I know that the moment you get Monster Hunter 5, I'm not going to see you again for the rest of the year.
Although you do not understand how exhilarating it feels to jam a switch axe into a monster that you're mounting.
Marissa, we need to record on some more. We have this thing that we need to record.
What's that? I can't hear you over my 6th Barrieth. I have to... I'm sorry, Barrett. Not Barrieth. I don't even think Barrieth is in this game.
Marissa, it's been 6 months.
What's that? I can't hear you over my incredible mixed armor set.
Marissa, it's been 4 years. Can we please record?
I'll record. The only thing is that the PS4 is downstairs and I like to be in my room most of the time. So
that's fair enough.
I mean, I'm still gonna...
Yeah, I know that feeling all too well, but...
Yeah, I'm still gonna find a way to play it. The only problem is the TV I'm gonna be playing off of is kind of... I mean, the TV is alright. It functions. It's just reading menus off it is really straining. And I'm like, Although, there's a person, my boyfriend who introduced me to Monster Hunter to begin with. We are going to get Double Cross off the Japanese eShop when he gets a Switch. So, I can't read Japanese.
You're going to have a lot of fun with that one. Meanwhile, I'm just going to be sitting here slaying my umpteenth billionth enemy in Hyrule Warriors Legends. I've lost count. I lost count over a year ago.
Yeah, we all have our games that we really love, but that's the point of games.
Yeah. Can we please have a Hyrule Warriors 2 with the champions?
Have you ever had had to find drops, even though they're relatively high drops, you still have to like farm for them?
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm doing at the moment in Hyrule Warriors Legends, because I still need to max out my badges for my characters. I'm up to Tetra now, going from Link downwards. It's just going through the order of unlocks, so I'm up to Tetra now. And I am not looking forward to getting all the badge material for Toon Zelda. Take a guess why.
Why is that?
Because she requires Ganon material. Including Ganon's silver material and gold material for all of her badges. Ganon is the final boss of the game. You rarely fight him.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun to grind on that thing, especially when, in order to beat it, I have to use all of the weapons first, before then I can actually start hitting his weak point to actually do damage to him. So I have to use bombs, bow and arrow, hook shot, not the hammer at least, thankfully, but all those sorts of things. It's like, ugh, just fucking die already.
I have a fun grinding story from Monster Hunter that I will never forget.
And that is?
I'm not saying that I hate this monster because of it. I still love this monster to death. But one time, for like an armor set, it just says, "Oh, I need a single Azure Rathalos tail." All you need to know is that you can cut off the tail and get tail carves. The easiest thing to get is the tail itself. The harder things to get are plates and rubies. It took me like 6 rubies and 3 plates for me to get a single tail. And you get 1 carve for each monster. 1 carve for each run of a monster.
I still have stories like that from like Pokemon, and that it's like, oh, I'm gonna go into this route and get this really common Pokemon. Why am I getting the rare stuff now?
That, my friend, is called a desire sensor.
What was the worst game for you of 2017?
Worst game? I need a list of them. I need a list of games. I'm not. You start, because I need to like get my brain juices on this.
The worst one for me was Lego Worlds. I got that for the Switch, and okay.
I mean,
Is there anything I can do in this? No.
I mean, the worst game out of any of them would probably, like, not counting games that you never played, would be Battlefront. Like, worst game of the year for anyone.
Oh, worst game hands down is Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Hands down. But worst game I've played, that goes to Lego Worlds with the Switch.
Worst game personally, I'm not sure, because I try to be careful with the games I get.
And that's fair enough.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I bought a whole lot of games. Well, besides Switch games. I never talked about ARMS. I'm just gonna say ARMS is great.
Okay then.
Style set. I'm like looking at a game. I'm looking at a list of games and it's just style savvy. Excuse me.
Okay then.
I don't really have a worst game, honestly, because I try to be the most. I didn't really buy a lot of games this year.
That's fair enough. There was another thing, and this counts movies that you've received as present, seen at the cinema, things like that. Best and worst movie of 2017.
There were 2 I didn't really go to the movies this year. I really wanted to, but I guess nobody really wanted to, or is expensive or whatever. Movies I do want to see are Lady Bird and Disaster Artist. Like, those are movies I want to see.
And movies that you have seen?
I don't know if I wouldn't say of this year, but I did watch a lot of movies this year, but nothing from this year. Want to know why?
Well, it's still open to stuff that you have seen this year, so...
Okay. This is gonna be real quick. This year I took a cinema class for humanities, or, a movie class. Basically, you go in there, watch movies, and you discuss about the movies. I got like a 98. I got like a 95 in that class. I did pretty good.
Movie buffs, please don't hate us for what she could answer.
But worst movie from that class I watched, I'm not saying that this movie is bad by any means. Memento was interesting. Have you ever heard of Memento?
No, I haven't.
Okay, Memento is a movie from Christopher Nolan. It was one of his first movies. It was praised so much because of the way it was told. It was like how most movies are told chronologically. Memento is told the opposite of chronologically. It was told in reverse. But
okay.
But that was because the main character had like amnesia, like similar to what Dory had in Finding Nemo. He has like really bad amnesia. He could only remember moments at a time. The movie did a really good job of doing it. It made me feel very uncomfortable though.
How so?
Just the way that they portray it well. I would agree with that. It was just like it made me uncomfortable because well, to put it as lightly as I can, I am a little bit I put that so innocently. What do you call it? Oh God, I can't think. Why can't I think? I'm a little bit self-conscious of my brain and what I can and can't do. So I'm like, oh God, is this what it's like to have this kind of, is this what it's really like to have something really wrong with your brain? Because it made me feel very uncomfortable in that regard. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying that's a movie that gave me an experience.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess you would say a bad experience. It made me feel something. In which, yeah. But again, I'm not saying that's a bad movie.
That's fair enough. What would be the best for you, then, before I say mine?
Well, the best for me I saw in that class.
Or just in general?
Yeah, in general, from what I've seen this year. Wait, La La Land was like 2016, wasn't it?
I think so, yes.
Damn it, because that was really good. I love that movie.
Actually, I'll do a double check.
No, that was 2016, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm not 100% certain of it myself because Australian releases are pains in the ass. So what could be last year for you could be this year for me.
Yeah. I would say La La Land if it's not that year for you yet.
Yep, December 9th, 2016 in the United States.
Well, it's coming out, so I'm going to say La La Land.
Well, you could have... Well, if you saw it in January last year, then yes, it counts.
No, I actually... No, I didn't see it twice. My friend saw it twice. I would see that movie twice. I love, like, traditional musicals like that. And it's kind of interesting because that movie was about saving a dying art, like that being jazz. But movies like that are a dying art because it was like... it was shot, it was like taken as if it was a classic musical of its time, and like I can't even put like a year to it. It felt so timeless.
Fair enough. For me, the best movie is one of several, because I saw a lot of really good movies at the cinema this year. But I'll start off with the worst one, because it is an easy worst one for me. Justice League.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Didn't something happen where the actor was so lazy of Superman they didn't want to like shave off their mustache, so they had to Photoshop his mustache off?
No, it wasn't that. The actor for Superman was moving on to a Mission Impossible movie, and the Mission Impossible, the director for Mission Impossible said that he had to have it. And so, even though it's easier to CGI the mustache on than it is to CGI it off.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that movie was a disaster.
Actually, when did Suicide
A good disaster, but a disaster.
Actually, when did Suicide Squad come out?
2016.
Why can't I think of any 2017 movies?
Well done. I will say, though, that the best one is a split between 3 different movies. Thor Ragnarok. I do genuinely like that over the other Marvel movies that came out this year, though Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Spider-Man Homecoming were both really good movies. I just liked Thor Ragnarok more.
Okay.
Star Wars The Last Jedi. I do genuinely like that one. I'm going to do a full review of it when it comes out on DVD in May-ish, I think is when that's going to be coming out. Mm-hmm. And then the one that we still need to do a movie commentary on, because we keep saying we're going to do it, but we keep forgetting about it. Lego Batman.
Yes. Yes. Oh, you know what Actually, why didn't I think of this before? Worst movie of 2017. Emoji Movie.
Objectively, yeah, I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
You don't have to see it, because all you need to know is that they just copied so many... They copied so many, just so many things. They copied from Lego Movie, they copied from Wreck-It Ralph, and they copied from some other like animated movie that came out.
Inside Out, I know, is one of them.
Yeah, Inside Out. Because
the best way to describe it, though, is this is what Hollywood thinks of millennials.
Basically, if you're wondering why do millennials get like the crappy end of the stick, Emoji Movie is why. Like, Emoji Movie is the mindset of the older generation thinking of millennials.
Yep, which is disgusting, but yeah. At least on the plus side, sort of, Emoji Movie doesn't even look to be the worst movie coming out this decade, because something else bad is coming out, I think, this year.
You're not talking about Meme Movie, are you?
No, worse.
Which?
Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
It doesn't even sound like they're having their own movie. It sounds like an elongated... You know what that's gonna be? That's gonna be like... Teen Titans Go... It would be the Teen Titans Go cast going to the movies, except they're watching each and every one of their episodes that can fill up that much time, like that can fill up 2 hours, and they're just talking over it like Mystery Science Theater, but with Teen Titans Go.
Now you see, I would actually watch that because it would be genuinely clever. I don't think they can do that though.
Oh no!
Especially because they could have a joke of, wait, aren't these always on TV anyway? So why are they airing here in the movie?
Wait, is that really going to be a cinema release?
I think so.
Weird. I wouldn't imagine it. Like, they would actually think of doing that. Cash grab, I know, but I'm not sure if anybody would, like, actually go to that.
Upcoming 20 superhero movie based on Teen Titans Go, produced by Warner Animation Group and associated with Cartoon Network. It will be the first theatrical film based on a Cartoon Network series since the Powerpuff Girls movie, which released in 2002, and regular movie released in 2015.
Why are they doing that with Teen Titans Go? It's going to bomb.
Sadly, it won't. That's the annoying thing, because kids still like Teen Titans Go.
I know, but I'm not sure if they would actually go to a movie when they could just see... When they could just...
Actually, I take it back because it looks like it can bomb because its release date for the US is the 27th of July.
What's happening that summer that's released yet? That's not released yet.
Well, for one thing, it could possibly still be in the cinemas. A little tiny movie called Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little movie, like nothing to be scared about or anything.
Why is Teen Titans Go going to get a movie, but Samurai Jack had to like cancel the whole movie plan and instead have like an entire season 5. I'm not saying season 5 was bad. I'm just saying like why doesn't Samurai Jack get an ending movie, but Teen Titans Go gets a mid-series movie?
Well, if it helps, the last Cartoon Network movie I saw was a direct-to-TV movie based on Ben 10 in live action.
Oh, I remember.
And that CGI is horrible.
I remember when that went on TV. Why was Ben 10 so like popular? Oh my god.
It's a good show. The original Ben 10 is a good show. I'm not going to deny that.
You know, there's been a really bad growing trend with Cartoon Network lately.
Of just airing Teen Titans Go.
Not even that, just the reboots.
Yeah.
Like every time they say Cartoon Network reboot, you know it's gonna be crappy Flash animation that's forced comedy, and it's just not, and it's not gonna be, you know, good to the source material, and it's not gonna
it's not even forced comedy. It's going to be Teen Titans Go with new characters.
And you know what? This whole like thing with Cartoon Network, like with Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans Go, and some other one.
Ben 10. That's the third one.
And Ben 10 made me sour for all the shows. In fact, I'm like, I saw the Animaniacs thing. You heard of Animaniacs, right?
Of course I've heard of Animaniacs.
But you heard of the reboot, right?
Yes, I've heard of the reboot, and I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I'm like, that made me sour for that reboot, because I thought it was going to be the same thing, even though it's not made by Cartoon Network. I'm like, they're just going to have the same stuff, and somebody I was talking to was like, Steven Spielberg's producing. I'm like, he's coming back for it? What? They actually care?
They care! And, yeah, like, especially because, at least with Animaniacs, I'm fine with that being forced comedy, because the original Animaniacs was comedy. It's just that it was good comedy.
No.
So if they get that style of comedy back in a more modern age with newer styles of animation, I am going to eat that shit up.
No.
Because that is going to be... That's going to be like cocaine for cartoons.
I didn't say forced comedy. When I said that, I meant forced comedy for a non-comedy original series, you know?
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, like Powerpuff Girls. I mean, that had comedy, but, you know, there was a lot of fighting, in which this doesn't have a lot of fighting. Oh, God, I hate the reboots.
Especially because it's also pandering comedy, because that's the other thing. Who, in their right mind, wanted to see the Powerpuff Girls twerking? And on drugs. Well, a drug pseudonym. Like, why? Who greenlit this?
I don't know. I hate the Cartoon Network reboots. I did a whole rant on Twitter about what I hate about Cartoon Network was the reboots, the never stop airing on Teen Titan Go.
And just the fact that Boomerang is just becoming all the shows that they can't fit onto Cartoon Network because of Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
At least in the US. The rest of the world, it's far more balanced. It's just Cartoon Network US that's horrible.
Wait.
Like, right now, Cartoon Network Boomerang should be airing Dexter's Laboratory, Kids Next Door, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I know those were the things I reviewed this year, but those were the first things that came to mind. They should be airing those things, not airing Adventure Time, not airing regular show because they can't fit onto Cartoon Network.
I remember I saw somebody doing a video. I think this was around when Rick and Morty was still premiering, and they're just like, Wow, I sure love watching Teen Titans Go on Adult Swim.
That's even more disgusting. It's like, everything that keeps coming back to my head was like, when they were airing the first Teen Titans Go marathon, they had this commercial. At the very end of the commercial, the parents of this child said, "Sweetie, it's all well and good, but when can the grown-ups watch our show?" And the kid just turns to them and goes, "When Teen Titans Go is over."
It's never
Okay, their parent, well, those two parents are never going to watch TV ever again.
unless if they buy a new TV.
Which they probably would have had to. It's like,
Teen Titans.
Cartoon Network, please stop airing reruns of Teen Titans Go. I'm fine with you wanting to air new episodes. I'm fine with you wanting to have have Teen Titans Go make up a majority of the share. Just air something else. Literally anything else.
I mean, the shows that...
Bring that bloody fish back for all I care. Just air something other than Teen Titans Go.
Wait, what fish?
Originally, when Cartoon Network started, they didn't air 24/7. So at nighttime, when all the kids would have gone to bed, they had this fish that they just stuck a camera in front of a fish tank, and that would be what they'd air until the kids woke up.
Wait, you don't have Adult Swim?
This was before Adult Swim.
Oh, I guess that's where they got the name from.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god. Adult Swim, except the entirety of Adult Swim is just a goldfish. Like, imagine they do that one year for April Fools.
I would love that, but I don't think they're smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of TV shows and that, best and worst shows of the year.
Teen Titans Go. Worst show.
As the worst, yeah.
No context.
Okay, that's no contest. But what about best show?
I've been watching a lot of Pokemon. By God, that was amazing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good stuff for Pokemon. I'm still waiting for Disney XD to get off their ass and keep airing the English dub episodes. But there is one show that I did watch that I am enjoying. Two shows, actually, I'm enjoying a lot more than Pokemon.
Which?
Thunderbirds Are Go Season 2, because I grew up with Thunderbirds and I love the Thunderbirds.
Okay.
And Life is Like a Hurricane, here in Duckburg.
Oh yeah, DuckTales. I still gotta watch more of that.
I've been watching the episodes when they've been coming out online because I don't have Disney Channel on Foxtel.
Mm-hmm.
Really good stuff.
Oh, what was it? Oh yeah, Star versus the Evil, huh? Not even more. Star versus.
Can you tell we've been recording for 2.5 hours?
Help me. Star versus the Forces of Evil is actually pretty good too.
Yeah, I really do need to get back to Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Star versus the Evil.
Brilliant.
I've been on a anime kick lately, and yes, subbed, not dubbed. I've been watching.
I get it. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy Western filth who watches the dubs. I get it. Okay, you can stop rubbing it in.
You know, after Logan Paul, we are all Western filth.
No, we're better. We're better than Western filth. He is Western filth.
Yeah. I mean, they think we're all like that now. That's the trouble with it. But I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to Adpocalypse 3.0. Please, I beg you.
I just thought of something stupid.
And that is?
You just you're walking along and you're like, oh my god, is that a dead body? And then you just see a PS Vita.
No, the PS Vita is that one from Monty Python and the Quest of the Holy Grail. Is like, here's one. I'm not dead.
Oh.
He says he's not dead. Yes, he is. I'm not dead.
Oh, you will be soon. We can't go around anymore.
We need to watch Quest of the Holy Grail as a movie commentary. We need to.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
I do too. It was actually airing on SBS last night, actually. It still holds up super well, and now that I'm watching it at a point where I can actually understand some of the more cruder jokes, I'm actually enjoying it a lot more.
yeah. I love the holy hand grenade.
I still love that thing so much. Oh, and also the religious monks that every time they finish a line, they hit their heads on the plank of wood with the cross on it.
Oh yeah, I just love that movie so much.
We need to do that as a movie commentary. We need to.
Yes, we do. I need to find that. Oh my god, I love that movie so much. Have you ever watched the show Monty Python?
No, I haven't. I need to.
My personal favorite skit is Argument Clinic, where a man just walks into a clinic to ask for an argument.
Of course.
I'll send that to you later because I always quote it with my dad.
Just trying to think. Should we do we should have a marathon sometime in the month just dedicated to Monty Python stuff. Or we could do things like the Holy Grail movie commentary, review some of their other movies and the show and all that. It's like...
Yeah.
That'd actually be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the only thing with this year, I'm probably going on a lot of trips this year. Because I got a surprise text from my friend. It's like, hey, you want to do this thing? And I'm like, that sounds really big. I gotta have to like do months and months of planning for that.
What is it?
He's like, you want to go to another country? I'm like, oh man, okay. As long as you're 100% serious with it, we'll do it.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Could you tell me about when we're finished with the recording? Because I get the feeling that might not be something for recording.
Yeah, it's not. It's like on top of me like visiting my boyfriend in Florida twice this year so far. And among that, I'm probably going to be traveling a lot.
That's fair enough. Speaking of things to come out for 2018, let's skip the things we're looking forward to for 2018 because that might be stuff for another time, and I get the feeling both of our voices are starting to kill us.
Yeah, and my friend's like, where are you? I'm like, leave me alone. I told you this.
Let's talk about stuff that we've got planned for 2018.
Are we going...
I've got a lot, so it might be best if you go first.
Wait, are we talking about a certain... It's...
After.
Wait, what?
Next. Not yet.
Okay.
Just think reviews that we've got planned that we want to do.
Okay. I mean,
We'll start off with that first.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to delve into, like, you know, not just reviews for games, but, like, tips you can do for, like, little things I can write about, you know, stuff that you could do in the game itself.
Yeah, well, stuff that we've got planned for writing coming up.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you're the main writer. What do you got planned?
After the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles marathon, along with the Mega Man mini marathon and eventually the Sailor Moon marathon.
Mega Man March mini marathon.
Yeah. April and May is going to be dedicated to the Marvel stuff because I need to hack into some of that older Marvel stuff that I haven't been able to get to.
Oh, you could have caught up Marvel March Madness.
No, because I have a better name for it.
Oh yeah, Mayville.
Yes.
Released. And none other than May.
Yep. Well, seeing as May is the 10th anniversary of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Infinity War is coming out in May, and the original Marvel movie marathon on when the site was called Blasters Reviews was in May, so a little bit more fitting.
My birthday's in May.
Oh, another thing to celebrate in that.
Yay!
Here, have some Marvel movies.
Yeah, just like you just throw Marvel movies at me.
I would totally record that now if I could get up to the US in order to do that. Just stick a camera in at the front of your door, ring it the moment you open the door, just throw Marvel movies at you.
There's like hundreds of them.
But in April, I'm going to be doing the original Spider-Man trilogy. So the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. and the original X-Men trilogy.
Weren't those Spider-Man trilogies like cringeworthy as hell?
Actually, no, there's... Well, one part of Spider-Man 3 was, but overall they're still really good movies from what I've heard. I've got all three of them on DVD. I got them from my grandfather. I just haven't watched them yet.
Yeah.
May is going to be more MCU stuff. In June, I'm doing the Jurassic Park movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear it this time, October, I'm doing something spooky. I swear.
You're going to say, I'm going to do something spooky for October, and you're just going to do the cutest thing. Like, you're just going to review the cutest thing.
Well, I probably will for people who prefer this aspect of the genre. I'm going to be reviewing 5 movies I have never watched before.
Oh, wait. Didn't you say one of those movies was particularly scary?
The Teen Titans Go one? No.
No, it has scary in the title.
Oh, the scary movie stuff?
No, it had... No, not the scary movies, but it had scary in the title, and it was from Cartoon Network.
Oh, shit, I don't know what you're talking about now.
Scary Godmother.
Oh, that, yeah, I'm not doing that.
No! Okay.
I'm doing something else.
What are you doing? Or can you not say?
Actually, I can say, I'll give it as a hint. Just let me clear my throat out a little
I
bit.
thought the coughing was a hint.
No. Do you want to play a game?
Oh. Wait, are you talking about the originals?
I'm doing Saw 1 through 5.
Sweet. I can't watch Saw. I mean, I can watch it if I wanted to. I just don't want to.
No, that's fair enough. December, I've got planned for December. Where it's reviewing the Lego Batman movie, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Static Shock, and Teen Titans, the original.
The only good...
Everything else is still up in the air at the moment, but there is one video that I know I've got. There is one thing that's either going to be a video review or a normal review, and it will really depend on if you can get the game.
Which?
2018. We are finally doing the one thing that we promised at the end of 2015. We are getting to the 3DS Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games.
Okay, fine. I'll spend...
With Gates to Infinity.
Okay, fine. I'll see if I can find the cheapest one. Not even in a box. Just the cartridge itself. Because, oh man, I do not want to go through that game so badly.
I started playing the game last year. And then put it back down. So, this is going to be fun. It's
just not good. It's just not good. I don't want to play it if it's not good.
We have to. We both want to do Super, and because Super is basically Gates to Infinity 2.0, we have to.
Yeah. Ow. These headphones are hurting me.
Yeah, we need to stop this soon, but the big thing that we need to talk about, the thing we've been teasing from the start of this, we are going to try and bring Let's Play content back to the channel.
And we're gonna... Because we found something good. Well, you found something good.
Yes, for Christmas this year, I got a Raspberry Pi that's been fitted out to be a retro gaming machine. So, I'm going to be using that along with a capture card once I can afford it. Combine that with the fact that I've just recently modded my Wii to play GameCube games and that. And we're going to be doing Let's Play content again.
And
with the first one being what we started to do originally and failed. We're doing Explorers of the Sky first.
oh, that's so exciting! For a sec, I thought we were going back to and trying to do Nuzlocke.
Well, the Nuzlocke and the original Rambley Rescue Team were things you wanted to do, so if you want to do them, feel free to. That's just the thing I want to do first, because that's still been the biggest thorn in my side, is I really wanted to finish that, I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if all of this will be making it to 2018, or if it will get pushed into 2019, but it is stuff we've got planned, and at least for Explorers of the Sky, it is going to be a post-commentary.
Yeah.
I'm going to be uploading the raws onto another YouTube channel, which is yet to be made, and we'll be doing it off of that.
Yeah.
Once we've done the raws recordings and added voiceovers to all of it. And once that entire series is done, I'll be uploading that to the main channel. It'll be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday plan, with Tuesday and Thursday being another game that's still up in the air at the moment. It could be something that you've recorded, or it could be another thing I'll record that's a smaller thing than Explorers of the Sky.
Yeah. Like, what would be smaller than Explorers, though?
One game I've been considering on doing, because it was the first game I tested out on the recently modded Wii, Bionicle Heroes. It's a third-person shooter by Eidos and TT Games, before both of them got hindered by WB's practices. It's a fun third-person shooter, pretty simple and all that, but... Well, like I said, it's still up in the air what that second game is. It could be something that one of us knows but the other doesn't. It could be a game that we both know and we can both talk about. Things like that. Other things I've got planned are things like Sonic Mania, where I bring in Marcus in, because the capture card would be HDMI stuff, or would allow for HDMI, so I could record the Switch. Things like that.
Yeah. Oh, I really want to do recordings. I really do, but it's just my computer can't record.
Yeah, and that's the main reason why I'm going to be trying to get a capture card for it, because with the capture card I can do the gameplay on dedicated consoles, and my computer can do the recording part of it, so it eases up on that aspect.
Yeah, and I really want to try to do recording. I really want to try to do, like, what do you call it? Like, live recordings. So, like, we see, like, we're saying on what we can see.
Yeah. And we are going to be doing a test for that as soon as we finish this recording, and probably get a glass of water.
Yeah.
Just to rest our voices a little bit.
Yeah, and I can't...
But we're going to have a try of that after we've done with this. I'll probably upload that at the same time as I upload this. So you'll get a feel of what our live recording stuff could be. And then you can tell if you want, and you can say to us, if you want us to be live recordings or post-production recordings.
Yeah.
Some things will still end up being post-production stuff anyway, like Explorers of the Sky, because do you really want to see me go through Beach Cave hundreds of times?
Yeah. I mean, if anything, if this quick live recording becomes, like, really good, we could probably make a series out of this sometime in the future. I wouldn't say close future.
Yeah, all of this stuff is still very much up in the air at the moment, but those are things that we've got planned, that we want to do. It's just it's just how long it's going to take until we can do it will depend on how much time we have.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And this headset hurts me. It's not even this headset. It's any headset, because my head is too small.
Yeah, and my voice is killing me, so we're going to stop this recording here. I will see you guys next week for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, which is my next review. And after we've recovered our voices a little bit, we're going to be testing the live recordings.
See ya.
Later, guys.